And a very warm welcome to everybody this evening on day number 2, Group B versus C here on PUBG Africa. Is our G Coin tournament sponsored by PAL and PUBG. Welcome in, guys, and also welcome to Viking. How are you doing, sir?
Good evening, everybody. I am doing well. You know, we had some extra off days this week, so can't complain. Doing well.
That's good. That's good. All right, guys. So it's Group A versus B. Also, if you type in ! giveaway, you'll see that we've changed up some things there as well. When phase 1 starts until phase 5, you can vote for the team you think will win this match. So obviously keep your vote a bit later, you'll have a better chance of winning. Obviously it's only limited to one person per match. If there's multiple people for the winner, we'll put it into a randomizer and we will then announce the winner as well. So just go ! giveaway and you guys will find it out. All right, ladies and gents.
You can't change your vote halfway through, guys.
No.
Just
Yeah.
letting you know.
Your
We'll
first
take
vote
your
is
first one.
yeah. We're taking your first vote. Okay, we're taking your first vote. So this is it. We are in the plane.
We see so many people jumping already.
Yeah,
We've got outnumbered going up to Zarki. It seems Ripper might even see that North Georgia Pool is open and tell the team to come back. We've got the Rizzlers taking hospital, Smurfs taking the containers. I'm quite surprised with the amount of teams we have jumping out so early.
Yeah, I number didn't go, I can't remember what they did on Sunday. I don't think they went to the north there. This is normal looting spot for Georgia Pool for the Smurfs, so that's a pretty stock standard thing for them. We see the members of Vendetta gonna be landing in as well, in towards Pachinki. Is their normal loot spot in general.
Yeah, I have to say, like, obviously we had Team Edge Sunday dominating, but I think they also landed in Pachinki. I'm not mistaken. So
no, Edge landed just below Hand of God.
Okay, so which team was it? Either No Tag or Edge landed in the central position.
I can't remember actually.
Yeah,
but look at this first phase though. Holy moly, does Outnumbered know something we don't know? Is this going to be another Sunday Miramar for them? That is an interesting one as well. We obviously got old boys here busy having some fun on the vehicles, trying to see exactly where the old boys are. Can't actually
just to the left of shelter. Seems like they're all in one vehicle now, finding a different location to loot from.
They picked up a kill there. Hot Diggity getting a kill after Zachlinator gets run over here from Tunisian Titans. Very unfortunate for him in the early game, but already the rotates are coming. Tunisian Titans are following old boys.
Are they chasing them?
No, it looks like they're pulling off now. They're pulling off now. Okay, they're pulling off.
That would have been quite a chase. Like, imagine old boys having no loot and Tunisian Titans being like, we want some revenge, you know, chasing them with some guns. But unfortunately, I think all 5 of these members still have no loot.
No, yeah, all of them don't have any loot at the moment. Guess the circle's pretty much a lot of water inside here, so not much playing. I mean, still quite a bit of open area here, a lot of defilades, a lot of canyons that can be going on. So we'll see how this goes. We also got in Group C, we got the Ninjas in Bikini returning. Good to see them back as well. They've been in a couple scrims, if I'm not mistaken, as well. But
yeah, they've been playing quite, like, I think most of those teams, Nas, Born to Lead, Ninjas and Bikinis, most of these teams have players that are quite known and they're quite mixed in their teams. So we've seen most of the players in our scrims before, but obviously since the tournament started, they went back to their original name.
Yeah, I mean.
So
these guys were the ones leading at the charge at one point as well, winning some tournaments as well against when you guys were back in the day against you actually. Funny enough.
Yeah, I think that was some tight endings we had there.
Yeah, was some good times. There was some good times there as well. So up to Stolber does the old boys go, and then Tunisian Titans take Yasnaya. Vendetta is going to be rotating straight through. No one gatekeeping any bridges at this moment, so it's pretty all nice and calm.
Now, after Vendetta actually taking a note there from Sonics, I believe. Like, this is quite an early rotation, which means you shouldn't have anyone bridge camping at this moment. But, you know, as I know Vendetta, if Nazgul is going to start shooting at them, they might just start pull up when they notice solo player.
He is going to shoot in there. Nazgul going to take the shots over towards them. Doesn't look like Vendetta is going to be pulling around this time. And Nazgul just maybe trying to make himself big here in the wide world of PUBG in Erangel. Donatello and the rest of Reapers going to just section off and hold themselves here. Abdu, a little bit of shots coming his way as he's busy running away from the Smurfs. Gets a little bit tagged up there from Vampire, taking some shots over towards him. But he's going to be making it away with no issues at that stage as the rotations come in from the Smurf. Just a short little rotation from Georgia Pool as well. Seifu going to be looking over towards the Reapers here. Donatello gets into the room just in time. But a little bit of spot to bother. Can he get his vehicle out? I think it's going to be a sinking vehicle. Oh, problems with the vehicle. He's not getting that out. No. Oh, sink or swim, bro. No, he's not gonna get that one out. He's not gonna get that.
Luckily, he's still in the circle, and his teammates aren't too far away. So if he plays his cards right, waits for the correct moment, he might just be able to get picked up later on. Obviously, they don't want to lose their spot in the center, but you can already see Abdu's in a vehicle. It doesn't seem like anyone is really holding him. So Abdu coming to fetch his teammate, and hopefully they can make it back to their compound as a 4-man team.
Tunisian Triggers Esports taking shots at Reapers and at Vendetta. Looks like Abdu is coming up to pick up Seifu. So that should be all done and dusted. Easy game for them. No one from Reapers taking shots. Never mind. There come the shots from the Reapers. Shots getting taken out from him, and then they're going to make it out there safely at this moment. Ninjas Bikini out of Rozak, just below the shooting, or top of shooting range, should I say, on top of the hill, as we see Brothers in Arms making their rotation as well from the bottom near Milta farm area.
Sorry, if you look at the bottom of the Georgia Pool bridge, you can see Porky and Razor sitting with their vehicle inside of a building. I think Porky might have actually disconnected and somehow, while disconnected, made it into a safe-ish location.
There is Born to Lead making their rotation here. Let's hope they can get this one out for the Rizzlers. The Rizzlers do need a good game coming out into the final day as well. They did play on Sunday, so Group B is going to have their final day. Wicked Lime on top of the bridge here. Pepsi now pulling up towards the garage. Hunter as well. Looks like Porky Owned is now here. Can they actually get this vehicle out? I think they've got this vehicle stuck.
Yeah, but I mean, they're in a spot of bother now.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Bontuli doesn't know about them just yet.
No.
So if the rest of the Riddlers
Now
team
they know.
and Jubert takes out Hunter.
Now this is, and Chobble gets put down as well. Chobble falls off his bike, and Reds gets put down from the Rizzlers. The Rizzlers are holding the defense, and Born to Lead get eliminated out in 17th position. The first team to get eliminated. Rizzlers turned that one around. I haven't seen a bridge camp in such a long time.
I mean, I was not expecting that from the Rizzlers at all.
No, that was great play from the Rizzlers. I'm loving that.
I mean, talking about a step up.
Born to Lead, shocked and stunned, out of the lobby at 17th position. Who would have thought that? And the Rizzlers coming in clutch, and now they're going to continue on their rotate towards this north of Georgia Pool. Take a bow, Rizzlers. What a nice bridge camp coming out there from them. Charbel obviously falling off his bike, which was very unfortunate for him. But, you know, still, they held the bridge camp. Well done to them.
No, great shots coming out from them. As we have actually brothers in arms making their way up to Vendetta right now. No one getting knocked at the stage. And XP so close.
Ninjas and Bikinis taking the shots over towards Brothers in Arms. So close, as you said. Maverick, it get very low at health. As they now pull up into safety, they're going to try and get themselves fully medded up, get themselves ready for the next fight. But Hawk, very far away from the rest of his team. I don't think that Ninjas and Bikinis are aware of this at the moment, as the Rizzlers make their rotations very close towards the Smurf and Vendetta. Can they make this one out? Porky Owned You is a little bit low on health of 50% HP. A headshot from Abdu will put him down, but they are managing to get safely away at this time. Old Boys still in the blue zone as of the stage. Same with Hype making their rotations in, but it's phase 1, so they should be okay. And it looks like Vendetta going to be using the Chinook here. Oh, and there pops the next circle, and still Georgia Pool in it, but outnumbered. Does Outnumbered know something we don't? Is this going to be the second game for Outnumbered?
I mean, we've had these circles in the past.
Oh, no,
right?
we have.
We've had them. It's quite a standard, I want to say. Like, the only reason I don't really want to use the word standard is because it doesn't usually, like, we don't get these circles that often.
No, we don't.
You know, but like if we get a circle here to the northwest, then it generally likes to go this direction. I think most of the teams that have played for quite a while are pretty known in this location. But yes, Outnumbered sitting in a really great spot. If they can take control of that area, take control of the fields ahead of them, they should be great. As Spartacus actually takes out Skinny Smalls there.
Skinny Smalls, they tried to drive by here, obviously with Weekend Noob guys, and failed that one. Spartacus just deleting Skinny Smalls out of that, as now Porky Owned You takes a headshot on towards the boss from Bandina, and now just healing himself up as well. Will the smoke's coming out there from Bandina to get the boss revived here. Lucky Star and Alpachi, as now Yabe makes his rotation in now. Going to use the first aid as Kinghorn takes out Big Step in the background, and Weekend Noob guys having some trouble with cars. But Yabe inside the car, inside the compound, making
I just I'm really liking the aggression we've got here from the Rizzo. You know, really, I think it's a different. Maybe they saw that the cell that they were going for on Sunday wasn't working too great. As Wicked Lime gets another knock here. You know?
Gets another knock, almost finishing off does Yabe as well. As now Apache gets knocked there by Wicked Lime as well. Just the one member standing here as the boss needs to try and delay the onslaught. Razor did get dropped there in the background, but Wicked Lime looks like it's going to go for the res, and now the Rizzlers are trying to find the last remaining member of the Bandina while he does do the revive. The revive does go off just in time as the Rizzlers searching for the last remaining 2 members of Bandina.
And you better should be hearing him. Like,
You
I
should
mean,
be.
the Riddlers should know that the revive has come up, as Wicked Lime actually takes out the boss once again. And it only leaves Lucky Star. Lucky Star gets the trade at Wicked Lime on 1 HP. Takes out Lucky Star as well.
Rizzlers have come to play, ladies and gentlemen. What a step up from Sunday. And you said the aggression is now working for them. This is great coming from the Rizzlers. I'm shocked, stunned, and amazed, and so happy for them at this moment, because it's really good coming from Sunday where they were really kind of struggling the whole night. And now to see this aggression is a different style of play. They were quite passive on Sunday. Now the aggression comes out, and you can see they're getting the kills, and it suits their play style.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as you take on the aggression, you kind of take the ball into your own hands, you know? I think it's just great timing that no one really was around to third party them, because that could have changed the game ball completely. But the Rizzlers taking that opportunity, taking that knock that they got when they were still up top on the mountain, and now sitting in this most central compound that we currently have.
Yeah, it's looking really good from them. We got disqualifiers just looking over towards Brothers in Arms, who are going to be taking in the bunker at this moment. We got Nib just making their way, but it looks like Resonate has found a couple of Tunisian Titans just above him. You'll hear the smokes being deployed as he waits for Teen to get his way in. And we got Weekend Noob guys taking some shots over towards Old Boys as they make their rotation a little bit into towards the circle, as we see the circle shift towards the north, which is standard procedure, away from water. We're going to have more land. Well, that's normally phase 4. In phase 3, remember, get your votes in. You can vote. If you vote once, that's it. That's your vote for the whole game.
Yeah, until next game.
Until the next game.
The Tunisian Titans actually go out to ninjas in bikinis. They're on the edge of the zone.
Yeah, they do go out to the ninjas in the beginning. Team getting a little bit worse for wear there, but it looks like Vendetta has also spotted out the Smurfs here. As Seifu going to be looking over towards Kinghorn, and the Smurfs did get the one knock on them. They need to make their rotations now into towards the circle. As we see now another Chinook being deployed. I don't know who it's for. I would assume it was for the ninjas in bikinis, but they've opted not to take it. Hype still in this. They've been quite quiet. They've just been chilling on the edge at the moment. But rest assured, we've seen some great things come out from these guys, and we saw the good things come out of Hype in the intense battle royale. So they know how to do these late game circles as well. It showed that they know how to do this, and Seifu gets knocked there from Kinghorn and deleted from Kinghorn as well. So that was a good shot coming out from them as Rusty tries to get himself in, but it looks like he will be able to. Oh no, they closed the door on him and then he bleeds out. Oh no, mistakes in the smoke there from Vampire, but Seifu did get killed off in that battle as well. So it's a 1-1 trade there for the members of Smurfs and Vendetta. Fractus though is having a look over towards the Smurfs as well. I saw some shots coming up from them.
Yeah, that was quite interesting. I mean, I think Vendetta saw that most of the Smurf vehicles were quite destroyed. I think they had one vehicle left, so Saifu tried to cut them off all by himself. And just couldn't get it done. Got the one knock, and then just unfortunately not enough bullets to take on all 4 members by himself.
Reapers get a knock on towards Triggers Esports, as now they have a look over towards them. It looks like they can't really spot anybody out at this moment. Got Granado quite close by here to the Reapers. In Jason, I don't know if the Reapers are aware of him at this stage. They might have spotted him now. Indeed, he has been spotted. But nothing really. All playing on the edge here. Let's see. Hype also just playing on the edge as the circle moves to the south of the map, the playable area. Excuse me. And team seemed a little bit steady, I would say, this evening. Viking compared to Sunday.
Definitely compared to Sunday, there's definitely like a change. I think teams are playing more what we would say that the standard. But I don't know if it might have just be the fact that this is game 1. You know, teams maybe wanting to feel it out. Unfortunately, you know, we don't, or maybe to the players, fortunately, we don't have a team edge here, getting 30 kills on the first game and putting everyone in their place. But yeah, I have to say though, like, this zone was nice and all. As Trigger Esports and Ninjas in Bikinis, actually no, I saw Trigger somewhere else. Sorry, Brothers in Arms, getting stuck in this tunnel. Ninjas in Bikinis, I don't think they're gonna let this go. They're gonna make sure they get all the kills possibly before they move into the circle. This is only phase 4. You know, they can still survive with meds. But they didn't seem to be wanting to wait that long, as they throw out the flash, pushing out for Hawk. And Hawk gets out the knock onto TNG, but having to face 2 more players all by himself, as Bliss takes out Hawk. They still have time to get the revive, and they will be happy. I think they're sitting on 7 kills currently, and there's still many to go.
Yeah, 6 kills for the Ninjas in Bikinis at this stage, and yeah, I mean, still quite a bit of still 13 teams alive. Brothers in Arms just getting stuck in that bunker though. Once the team pushes you, it's so difficult to get yourself out of that one as well. as you see old boys making their way up here. They have spotted out Zero. Zero spotted out them. It's now Hot Diggity on towards Zero. That should be Zero's done, as Resdan now going to have to try and see what he can do. On towards Hot Diggity, takes a couple shots of there. Kritzy gets Fish Gut Salad in the background, but we'll stick on this fight between old boys and ninjas in bikinis. So Resdan throws out a grenade, doesn't connect on towards anybody, but he's aggressing on towards Hot Diggity, but Hot Diggity wins out the fight. And Hot Diggity will go down though from a distance, as he now will be.
Old boys they're not aware of the rest of ninjas in bikinis sitting in the blue behind them.
No, they're not.
Well, they are now, as TNG actually comes driving up with a vehicle. But if Blitz can stay alive here,
what a shot from Soda with the P90. Sorry to cut you off there, but what a shot, getting Teen out of the game and now dying to the blue, and Blist is just the last member surviving.
Great fight coming out there from the old boys. They just need to make sure they know they've only got the knocks and flushes. So I mean, Soda is quite experienced. He should know there's still someone left somewhere, and you can see they are kind of like looking around, rapping. But if Bliss plays his cards correctly, gets the first knock without anyone knowing about him, that leaves him in a 1v1. He could just get the revenge on his teammates. But great plays there coming out from the old boys, hitting some great shots.
Yeah, mainly from Hot Diggity and Soda coming out there, hitting their shots really, really good. Good to see. I mean, they're only playing 3-man yet again, but it looks like they're probably going to find Bliss here now, as I think Soda does spot him out there. He does indeed. He has spotted him. He's got the P90 in hand. The shots come out, and Soda will finish up Bliss. And Ninjas in Bikini finish out in 13th position. Vuzi did get knocked there in the exchange, but Soda, with his aim, will assist.
Yeah, I mean, that's still, playing as a 3-man, already sitting on 5 kills. I think a lot of teams are going to start dying soon as well. Now, just a bit longer. As Brothers in Arms Green actually taking the fight onto Vendetta now. You know, there's not a lot of places to play, as Hype actually takes out Drone from behind.
That is
so difficult.
So unfortunate for Brothers in Arms Green. Dr. One getting shot from the side there. He will confirm the kill as well, as now Spartacus gets Bees out there as well. Abdu now going to try and see if he can get engaged towards this fight here as well. Spots out. Merciless is hiding inside the bushes there as the shots come out. Merciless does 24 damage on towards Abdu, puts up the folded shield, but Brothers in Arms, I think, just showing themselves towards Hype there, not expecting that at all.
Yeah, but as soon as these smokes start fading, I mean, you can see outnumbered already, throwing the nades, and Kritzy with a brilliant nade, taking out all 3 members of Brothers in Arms.
Just missed that nade as well, but Kritzy coming out clutch with the nade, and I don't think they know about this at all. As now Weekend Noob guys finish Fallout in 11th position, Brothers in Arms Green out in 12th, and everything is just popping off at the moment, as we see old boys now also taking shots from a distance on towards outnumbered here. Lots of long range shots happening. Ripper takes out Vuzi from a long range as well, as Soda now needs to revive him yet again. Beast from Tunisia,
much action in this open area. I'm
so
surprised that there are so many teams still surviving, you know, playing it out, like just leapfrogging into the next piece of cover that's available to them.
Yeah, vote was over at phase 5. We'll look at the votes. Everyone, remember, we'll announce everything tomorrow during the day. We'll get the people randomized, whoever won on each matches, and then we'll give you guys a 500 G coin, not rand, just the 500 G coin. Old Boys has got such a good spot here because they can pretty much now know every single team that's around. They can jump out as well. They are going to lose this in 20 seconds though, but I mean, they'll kind of know what's happening here as the wheel Spartacus moves over towards Mystics. 2 members are down. Can he win this out? He can indeed, and Outnumbered get eliminated out in 8th position, but Outnumbered has done some great work as well with the good grenades, good utility. Beast from Tunisia still separated from Vendetta at this moment. Fractus as Hakim makes a shot on towards I Am Veggies, and Translucent are going to have to try and see if he can make a plan to try and revive him, but he's going to be exposed in different areas as Ubat takes out Vuzi. It just seems that Soda just is playing medic at the moment this evening.
Yeah, well, there are a lot of smokes, I believe. So Soda might just go and get as many kills as possible. As the reserves are
Can he
actually.
finish them all?
He
Look
gets
at him.
one.
Gets one, but he can't win them all.
They get two.
He gets
Did they?
two.
No.
Does he get two? Does he get two?
No, they're
No.
reviving.
Oh,
Unless
I know that.
they might just deny the point.
They might just deny the point. No, he just gets it, and Rickham gets knocked out, but the Rizzlers are in such a bad spot. Bear is not long for this world as Triggers take out hype in the background while we're watching this fight. But Old Boys, I think, have done such a good job. Soda done such a good job this round for his team and really got them into a good fighting position. So well done to them. As now we watch out the rest of Abdu gets eliminated there from the disqualifiers. The Switch Archine now gets taken out by the Triggers, and I think we're going to have a surprise winner here this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Vendetta out in 5th as Bear actually eliminates Vendetta. Disqualifiers out in 4th position. It's there's so much action even in this late stage. The Rizzlers 10 kills. Let's go.
What's going on here? Like, are they doubling their points from Sunday in one game?
I think they might be.
Like, they're getting
Top
close
three-
to that point.
Top 3 position at this moment. Fractus with 2 members. They've had 2 members for a very long time. So Fractus has managed to get themselves in really, really well and get themselves into this late game. They're going to get some decent placement points as well. Maybe a couple kills as well if they're lucky. Blitz now with Triggers. 9 kills for the Triggers have quietly come into this game as well. Triggers also battled on Sunday as well. We've got 2 teams here that battled on Sunday and now are showing their form. They're showing that they can win this one out. And the blue zone grenade in Blitz's hand. Well, he's not going to use it. He's not going to use it.
Yo, if you had a frag grenade, I think it would have been used. But I think just knowing that they might just run out and heal up, the blue zone grenade isn't the best
Nazgul's got
utility for that.
Yeah, Nazgul's got 2 grenades on hand here. So, I mean, is he going to use it? Does he choose to? Your bat is just going to be chilling. I think he just needs to wait to see what happens, but he still needs to get inside the circle as well. So he needs to try and make a movement here. Triggers seems like they got this kind of, they look at the 2-2 split coming out from them, and they kind of surrounding this one. Some good play coming out here from the Triggers. Really good to see. I wonder who actually.
No, I did
voted for the
confirm, by the
Triggers.
way, the Rizzlers actually only got 13 points on Sunday, and now in one game already sitting with 15 more.
Yeah. At this stage, yeah. I mean, if they come second, they get more.
Yeah, I mean, I hear the grenades come out, and we might just say goodbye to great grenade. And as you said, here the Rizzlers actually getting into 2nd position, getting 1 more point. As Trigger Esports finally throwing that grenade. I mean, they kind of knew where Fractors were. They just weren't sure, and they didn't want to waste their utility. But Trigger Esports coming out there with, well, I believe it was like 12 kills and a win.
12 kills and a win for Trigger Esports. They win out our first match of the evening here. Does Trigger Esports, and quietly came into that game, I must say. Didn't really see much until the very end. They took out hype, and they seemed like they got it all sorted from there. It's actually really good play, but I must say from Triggers as well, they came through as well, which was, they didn't have the best of Sundays either, but the Rizzlers coming out with 10 kills in 2nd position, bow down, take a round of applause to them as well. Well done to them. Really big improvement coming out from Sunday. Fractus finishing out in 3rd. 4th, disqualifiers with 6 kills. And then rounding up our top 5 was Vendetta with 9 kills. Special mention to Old Boys and Soda there, really taking that P90 and getting his team up to a really good spot. Hot Diggity coming in with 3 kills as well. 7 kills for Old Boys as well. So really good job coming out from them. And that is game number 1 done. So we're going to move on to game number 2 shortly, ladies and gents. We'll see you guys back now. And welcome back, everybody, to match number 2 of this evening on Erangel. And then we'll move on to the next matches after this. Surprising first game. Rizzler's coming up really, really good. And Triggers Esports as well, doing a great job there for themselves as well. Remember to vote for your winner of this match, and you can stand a chance of winning 500 G coin. My vote starts at phase 1 and ends at phase 5. Remember, your first vote is the one that we're going to take. So if you vote for different people over time and one of them wins, but your first vote is not the correct vote, you're not going to win. And remember, it's only limited to one person per match. If there's multiple people, we put them in a randomizer, and then that person will be the lucky winner of 500 G coin. You can also win multiple times of the 500 G coin, so you don't have to. If you win once, you can win a second time, you can win a third time. If you keep on predicting correctly and you are one of the lucky that gets randomized, you can keep on winning. So don't stress, keep on voting. Remember, my strategy would be phase 4, start looking.
Yeah,
and
see who's still 4 alive and who's got
still
the
alive,
best
yeah.
circle.
Exactly. And then maybe you can get
Up your
up your chances, get yourself some better odds there. Fly path from south to north, and we see a lot of teams we see outnumbered, jumping out first yet again. They went Zaki first round, so maybe that's their normal spot, but we see in the military base weakened noob guys that's their standard drop spot. Looks like Brothers in Arms Green gonna go over to Nova. And then the Brothers in Arms, their sister team or their main team, going around farm. Rizzler's going to the ferry pier. I think this is where they went last time as well. Or this, not the ferry pier, but this boat town here.
On Sunday, they dropped here their first game. And the Hand of God just like came running down on them and just like killed them within like the first minute, I believe. So it seems like they want to drop here. Luckily for them, Hand of God aren't playing tonight, but we'll have to see how things play out for the drop spots then when both of those two teams are back in the lobby together again.
Yeah, 100%. They did change it up in the second game as well. I do remember noting that as well. So Born to Lead in the bottom there, we're alongside Hype, who are sitting in Ferry Pier, Pachinki with a Vendetta, and we've got the rest of the teams out and about, with Old Boys just in between Pochinki and School. We got Rozok with the normal ninjas in bikinis, and it looks like Smurfs are going to make their rotation around. Looks like a very long jump coming up from the Reapers, going over towards Cerverni as well. Looks like everybody pretty set and ready to go this evening. I think everything's pretty good. And quiet phase. Like I said, also it seemed in the middle of the match, it seemed very much, I would say, tepid, but it heated up quick in the end of that last round.
I think it definitely leaned towards that zone, though. You know, I think with the amount of mountains and the part of Georgia Pool still being inside of that zone, it kind of until like phase 4, 5 only, it kind of pushed teams towards each other, because as soon as the mountains and the buildings were out, all these teams suddenly had to go for that center fields, and that's when all the chaos started. Like all these teams either having to run into the fields, some teams deciding to just drive into the center and take the fight. So definitely, I think, but that's what Erangel is all about. You know, you have these like congested spaces with a lot of cover, but then you get like suddenly you get into these open spaces where there isn't a lot of cover, and it really like pressures or like tests your firepower more than I would say in like a Miramar, where there's a lot more cover overall everywhere. But I have to say, like, teams play that one out well. You can see the strategies coming out from everyone, and it was definitely up to a higher standard overall from like all the other teams than we saw on Sunday there.
100%. I think also, like, you see a lot of I would say, what we've seen so far, I would say, from the way people are playing. You see that Group B teams are like trying to raise their game. We saw it from
Yeah.
the Rizzlers, we saw it from Triggers as well. You know, a little bit on Old Boys as well. They're fighting to stay in this. You know, this is their last chance. They got no other chance after this. They kind of need to get this one down. You know, so it's going to be interesting to see Born to Lead. Obviously, they're pretty far up there already on the leaderboard. They did pretty well on Sunday with consecutive finishes in the top 4, and to see them obviously get eliminated out in last position in the previous game was a bit of a shock.
They are doing quite a split at the moment, as Wang is actually scouting the compound where Chavo is located. So, I mean, having the split, I see Pepsi is in his vehicle, but if they don't play their cards right, they might just end up losing another player early on. As Odigity actually got a kill onto Frag from Tunisian Titan, scouting compounds early there in between Odigity and Vuzi.
Yeah, very far away from his team's only going past Potato Hill now, so very far away from them. Ninjas and Bikinis making their movement up, but it looks like Charbel has spotted out the weakened noob guys and the rest of them. And shots are getting taken out. Looks like we got a few disconnects, not enough to force a refresh. I see one missing from
Yeah, and Soda also
Soda as
being
well.
missing.
So I think we got just 2 disconnects there from what I can see around the map. Yeah, just the 2. So not able to force a restart, unfortunately. But that really does put a bit of a problem for the Old Boys as well. Because
And the Rizzlers are going back at it again? What's going on here?
Diggity, Beast from Tunisia takes out Hot Diggity there. Now it's just left with the last member of Old Boys at this stage, and I think that Vendetta will know this one as well. And like you said, the Rizzlers are heading over towards Born to Lead, but Porky Owned You gets taken out by Charbel there. There's another shots get rained up, but he can't be picked out. But Razor takes out Charbel, and it's Bears in the middle of all of this as well. But he needs to be careful. He's gonna go for the kill though. He's gonna flush him out, but he needs to look behind him because Reds is coming up. Can he spot him out? No, he can't. And Reds gets the lock on towards Bear, and he needs to go heal there as well. As now Pepsi goes on towards Wicked Lime, and now the Rizzlers get eliminated out in 17th position. Born to Lead get their revenge.
What is up with these two teams running into each other in the beginning of the game?
And that was a close fight. That was a close fight. Reds almost getting taken out, and now the Rizzlers almost taking out Born to Lead yet again. As our Old Boys will secure a point, it would look like, on towards safe 2. Indeed they do. And 2 kills. It's 2 kills. Yeah, 2 kills for the Old Boys.
Yeah, they got a kill on Tunisian Titans.
Titans, Hot Diggity, yeah. Looks like Ninjas and Bikini have heard Vendetta. PUBG inside there, so can spot out the smokes, can resnat as they make their movement. Circle coming in. Most teams bar 2 are inside, and it looks like the Brothers in Arms Green are going to look for the ferry perhaps, or a boat. It would seem disqualifiers are getting themselves just over the bridge by Milta, and they're going to make their way in. Looks like Brothers in Arms main team just going to be chilling in the bottom of the map for now. And look at the congestion around Pochinki as Bandina now rocks up into Pochinki, and it looks like Vendetta are looking to maybe evict them out of their space.
That's quite an interesting play. I mean, usually we only see teams sending it towards the center towns when, when it's quite apparent that, listen here, the zone's going to end close to that city. But I mean, there's so much potential for the zone to go everywhere but Pochinki. So having 3 teams, well, I have to say, okay, Ninjas and Bikinis are just taking control of the edge there, which I kind of like the position they have. But seeing Vendetta and then Bandia sitting in Pochinki so early on, I mean, that's taking quite a risk, hoping for the best.
Yeah, indeed. As obsessed Gonna be rocking up into the middle of a firefight here. Fury gets put down. Can he get away from him in time? Can't do much. Acid takes out one of the members of Reapers there and will get flushed out straight away as Vampire looks over towards him. Oh, another knock there from Vampire, doing some good work there for the Smurfs. And they'll pick up 2 kills. There's the rest of Reapers now going to be shifting themselves away from that one and getting themselves up into safety, as now we see Ninjas and Bikinis and Vendetta taking a couple shots at each other as well.
No, great stuff they're coming out from the Smurfs. I mean, they saw the car coming, they waited for the perfect timing, and then actually got the instant headshot from Acid, taking the first player out of the car immediately, and then that second player just being stuck. And as I said, you know, there we have it. Zone kind of shifts away from Pachinki, and there's so many teams still gonna be having to come from that side.
Yeah, 100%. Now, look at this. Reapers now have a good position. Smurfs are in a great position as well. We've seen this pull down to the south and get in towards Chopsticks as well, so maybe that might be something that might happen. Bandina going to be running through, but Bandina, oh, 2 members get taken out of the vehicle there, and all of them get eliminated there, and that was a bit of an unfortunate moment. But also, you know, there was a team there. Maybe not drive your vehicle through the town. That was a bit of a miscommunication, I think, coming out there from Bandina, and they get eliminated out in 16th position.
Yeah, interesting play there. You know, maybe they heard Spartacus leave and thought the whole team left. But always, you know, I mean, taking such a risk, driving so in the open. But great shots coming out from Vendetta nonetheless. You know, getting all those kills, getting them out of the car, I mean, still isn't the easiest shots.
Duncan going to be taken out here as well. Looks like another member of Practice also. This is we have 3. Vizzy in the top of the building. Pick up another kill for the old boys. Practice struggling this evening as well.
I mean, they did make it into this previous zone, into 3rd position. They might not be getting all those fancy kills, but I mean, still, you know, if you can somehow just get into those top 4 situations, that's still a lot of placement points that you're getting.
True, and that's what they did really well as well. They kept on placing quite high. I mean, their average points was pretty good as well. So now Big Stepper has arrived to see what he can do. Beast from Tunisia on top of the hill there, as we can see. Going to be looking down on towards this. Oh, Big Stepper does spot out Beast from Tunisia. Shots get taken out. Great shots coming out there from Big Stepper on towards Beast from Tunisia. Not going to do too much damage, but some good aim coming out there from him. Just checking around the map to see what's happening before we switch back towards Big Stepper, as he now makes his entry in towards this. Does have 2 grenades that he can use.
Are they aware of Uzi there? I mean, I believe they are.
He killed Duncan.
Okay. I missed that part.
So they are aware that he is inside this building. Smokes come out. As we now just do a little bit of a... Grenades get flown.
And I mean, old boys got a pretty decent start in their first game. I mean, they got 3 kills already. For them to just salvage this situation, just getting 1 more kill would make such a difference.
Pitsy gets knocked by Fish Cut Salad in the background there. We want to try and stick with this one, but this fight is lasting quite a long time actually. Boozy's just going to sit and chill in his corner with these smokes. And this is what the teams can see. Nothing. Obviously the smoke will be white, but...
As the next zone actually pops, and you were quite correct with your assessment, you know, having the zone pop here towards the Chopsticks area.
Mountain. Always this mountain likes to move away from the mountain. But Ninja Bikini going up there to the top of there. Oh, the grenade just missing there from Translucent into the rim of Vuzi, which could have spelled bad news there for Vuzi. Looks like he's going to make his movement downstairs now. He's been
Neither of these two teams wanting to take the risk and just like going for it, you know. Being the solo player, Vuzi just taking all the time he can. And he gets the first one.
almost gets both of the remaining members of Fractus, old boys, out in 15th position. But Big Stepper, I think, very lucky to get that one off as well. And that's what happens there. Reaper's out in 14th position there as Weekend Noob guys seeming to do some damage along with Ninjas in Bikinis. As we see the Triggers Esports taking some shots over towards the disqualified vehicles. And let's see what else is happening around the map. 2-2 split coming out from Ninjas Bikini. Very wide separation there.
Yeah, I mean, that's quite an interesting split. I have to say, like, they saw that I think it was a solo player sitting in this compound, so they just said, well, you know, let's just go take it from him. Which I like the aggression. I like the plays that they are making. I'm just afraid that a team that's not in the zone to their north might come crashing down, and losing a player early in that fight will just put so much pressure on that second player, and you can't expect your other two teammates sitting in the center of the zone to just leave that and come and assist. So interesting play coming out from them, but if they can hold it as long as possible without losing anyone, it's definitely going to be in their favor.
Looks like Weekend Noob guys are going to kind of rotate themselves around down towards the south. Obviously realizing that the zone shifted, the circle shifted down towards the south. Going to get outside the playable area, quickly get themselves down into the south. And some interesting moves coming out from Weekend Noob guys. Some good, maybe some good rotates coming out from them as well. We'll wait and see. But very low health there for Fishcat Salad. Mystics, one more shot would have done it. And they do crash on towards their compound of choice. And looks like they want to take on the fight towards outnumbered brothers in arms. Both teams sitting on the south of the map. Green on the right hand side, left is the main team. As now the circle closes in for the phase 3, and Fractus get themselves in just in time as well. Disqualified need to get themselves inside there, and there goes the shift, and we're going towards the chopsticks ending. And I think we're gonna have another field ending like we had in the first game here. So
yeah, that's right. I mean, I'm just surprised there's no one in the chopsticks. I mean, we have 13 teams. You know, we're going on to phase 4 about now, and like, I mean, okay, I think actually we might have our first team sending it to the center.
List gets the elimination on towards Nazgul from Triggered Esports. One member down, the rest of Ninjas and Bikinis also taking shots on towards them. Still got one more phase, ladies and gentlemen. After phase 4, this is the last phase. So when phase 5 pops, you have to select yourself a winner. So keep an eye on that timer. As we see now, Brothers in Arms Green get straight in towards the south end of the chopsticks here. They are thinking that this is happening like I am thinking. Are we right? Or will RNG play its fickle hand on towards it? Bless going to come down here as Fractus trying to make their rotations in towards the circle here. Trying to find a spot to play in. Still 13 teams alive. Space is going to be limited, that's for sure. Remember, vote closes in 1 minute and 40 seconds. Keep an eye on which team is where, which team is alive. Fractus do have a small foothold somewhere inside the zone, as now Tunisian Titans send it for the right-hand chopstick.
Yeah, definitely seeing a lot of teams coming for the chopsticks now, which I thought would have happened much earlier. As we actually have Vendetta crashing onto the Smurfs right now.
Grenade gets thrown out in towards where King On is. Rusty gets put down for Beast of Tunisia. Acid needs to try and see what he can do, but he's instantly going to go for the revive though. Gets shot in the back as Abdu gets put down there from Vampire. Just Vampire and Kinghorn left alive here for the Smurfs, as now Kinghorn trying to make a wrap around here. Going to take the shots on Kinghorn, gets put down by Spartacus, and now just Vampire left alive here for the Smurfs. As now Beast of Tunisia peaks wide, and the Smurfs are eliminated out in 13th position. And 5 kills coming out there for Beast of Tunisia in that exchange.
Yeah, great play coming out there from Vendetta, crashing onto the one side, isolating the one player in that building, and just, I mean, they're in such a good spot whereas like no one from behind can shoot at them. They have the open area to play around that building. You know, Vampire getting some good shots in, but at the end just overwhelming the Smurfs there with all their utility and their shots.
10 seconds, ladies and gents. Get your votes in now before the 5 pops. You got 5 seconds now. Put your votes in. Who do you think is going to win of the remaining teams? And your vote is now closed. So we're going to head into top 6. I said it might be a field ending as now Granada denies himself to the blue zone and ends up in 12th position for the Triggers, who won the previous game. And now Ninjas and Bikini get inside their compound and ready to go for the next phase. Disqualified on the top end of the left-hand chopstick on the north-hand side. And now Wang making their movement, but they're going to make their movement right past Brothers in Arms here. And the shots come out, and the shot's going to go down. And shots, they do get the one, and now Maverick gets deleted off, run over there by one of the members of Weekend Noob Guys. Aimless trying to get himself with Skinny Smalls, and Replay getting taken out by Dr. One in the end. Fractus gets eliminated out in 11th position, as now Weekend Noob Guys do make landfall, but in a very tough spot here, as Disqualified is now on top of their heels as Aimlessness gonna try and see what he can do. Skinny Smalls also down to very low HP, but it looks like Disqualified is gonna be throwing out. That is a good molly. That's a great, almost a great molly. Doesn't able to burn him, but they're gonna use the smokes as cover as they make their rotation away from Disqualified. But they're gonna run in to the sister team. Oh no, they moved up into they're gonna run in towards Tunisian Titans very, very soon.
Yeah, interesting play coming out from them. I mean, I think for them, they should still just be glad that somehow they got a spot to survive in. But I think as soon as Tunisian Titans come through that tunnel, there's not going to be a lot for them to play. As Ninjas in Bikinis and Vendetta actually onto a big fight here. 3v3 left, as Abdu actually finishes off Resnad.
Yeah, Yanaman gets taken out, takes out Reds in the background with the MP5. Don't see many MP5 kills nowadays, but good to see that gun being used, I guess. Beast from Tunisia now makes his push into the compound. Blessed heard him there, and now Beast from Tunisia needs to make this one work. He doesn't able to work as Bliss gets him knocked over there, just leaving Abdu and Spartacus left alive. Zero now needs to make his way up and see what they can do. They need to get maybe the revive onto his Bliss, but now at this point his team goes down there from Abdu, and now just leaves Zero left alive here for Ninjas and Bikinis with 4 kills at the moment, and Vendetta on their heels as Abdu takes our team there, almost getting the knock. Does Zero, oh, just not able to do it, but oh, the peak comes out, and Abdu takes out Zero in the end, and Ninjas and Bikini out in 8th position.
Close fight. I mean, both players were so low there. You know, 1 or 2 more bullets could have changed that whole fight. But I mean, at the end of the day, Vendetta come out with 3 main strong, 12 kills already. I mean, there's no one left in the northern side of the circle. So Vendetta, you know, sitting quite comfortably, is I think that easily going to make the top 4 from this position.
Yeah, Outnumbered playing a really, really good game as well. They lost a member early, and they managed to now get themselves into a good position inside this area now. They need to kind of hope that Hype does something on this side as Archine takes out Skinny Smalls there, gets the knock on towards Skinny Smalls. Aimlessness now needs to try and do something for his teammate. He's going to be throwing out the smokes, but he needs to be very careful now where he places himself. He does manage to get to revive. Disqualified can't really move either. We got a couple teams like, okay, it looks like Brothers in Arms Green just focusing on towards Hype at the moment, and Hype also just looking over towards Disqualified. It's going to be interesting to see what happens now.
I think the Disqualifiers are really sitting in, I kind of want to say, one of the best positions. Until the late game, I think if everyone is in position, kind of focusing them, that might be a bit difficult. So they just need to hang tight. They need to wait for these teams to just, you know, kill one another off on the edge and not lose anyone right now. They're already a 3-man. I mean, everyone is just fighting in these chopsticks.
Yeah, and Tunisian Titans take out weakened noob guys there quite easily, as now the grenade goes out, and this could be the grenade. Oh, it just hits the vehicle, and just Apricot Skull, the last member alive for Hype, but he's inside the circle of the blue zone and he can't do anything. He's going to deny the point in the end, and Hype gets eliminated out in 6th position. But in the back, Skinny Smalls gets taken out, and then Aimlessness gets taken out by Kamatori.
Yeah, the disqualifiers are really played their position well there. You know, they didn't push out to kill Wang too early. They just waited until Hype crashed and Skinny got knocked, and then pushed the last player. So really playing well there, making sure that they don't give up their position, trying to get some kills, and at the end of the day, it paid off.
Outnumbered into a top 4 position at this moment. I think just the teams coming from the south I think played it a little bit too late. I think they needed to make movements earlier to see what they could get the foothold, instead of trying to, panicking themselves, with the blue against their backs. And I think that's kind of what made the difference there for the Brothers in Arms Green. So lessons can be learned. I think just a little bit quicker next time. Maybe they could have had a better foothold to get underneath, instead of going through the blue or trying to go around the blue and that sort of stuff happening from them. But disqualified inside one chopstick. The other one is Tunisian Titans inside, and then we got Vendetta as well. Now all of them have to move, and disqualified with the zone advantage at this moment. Kamatori going to look over towards them, and Abdu gets knocked over there. They should be able to get the revive with no issues there. But what does Outnumbered do from this position, Viking?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think they need to take this opportunity and try and take this northern ledge. From the experience I've had in these zones before, I think if either Outnumbered or Team Vendetta can take this northern ledge without losing anyone, I would probably rate them with the highest chance of ending off the game with the chicken dinner.
Just need to play this one carefully. It looks like now Vendetta are going to make their movement in, and they're going to take kind of this hill that you kind of wanted them to take as well. So now Vendetta, I think, has got the one, is now the spot now takes out Tiki from Tunisian Titans, and will get flushed out there by Abdu.
I kind of feel like Outnumbered are like waiting too long here. They're kind of losing their opportunity take this fight while Vendetta aren't really grouped out. I mean, Portuguese, he's going to join his team now. And I feel like Outnumbered just waited a bit too long, played a bit too passive. If they aggressed on this position earlier, they could have had a good foothold to take the fight while Vendetta had to reposition.
I think for disqualified, it comes to that point where they just can wait now. They can wait for these teams to just, sort themselves out, and then they'll pick up the scraps at the end. So if disqualified just play this one quietly and safely, they can get this one out, as Zach Lanata from Tunisian Titans gets eliminated there out in 4th position from Vendetta. But that's all they need to do. If Vendetta and Outnumbered can fight and then disqualified pick up the scraps, they have a good chance of winning this chicken. So let's see what happens here. 3 teams left. Reaper looking over towards Vendetta at the moment.
Yeah, the disqualifiers are just sitting quite center. I mean, like you said, they just need to wait. Every time they pick up, at the moment, it's Outnumbered and Team Vendetta looking at them. Neither of those 2 teams can aggress onto the disqualifiers because both of those teams have vision of each other. So the disqualifiers, they just need to sit and wait. Obviously, you don't want to just sit and do nothing, but not overextend. Like, don't peek too much, don't lose your helmet, don't lose your vest. Just wait for something to happen between these 2 teams. Otherwise, you might just throw away your opportunity.
Yeah, just like you said, be visual. Quickly peek, get the information. You don't want Spartacus to come and flank us for whatever reason. But I think kind of Outnumbered and Vendetta kind of pinned themselves against each other at this moment, and this will allow. But let's see what happens. I mean, we've seen crazier things happen as well. So at the moment, Outnumbered are the team that needs to make their movement in towards the circle here. And smokes are being deployed here from outnumbered, as now they need to make their way in. Smokes to cover off their way here. Disqualified are looking up and down over towards them as well. They're aware that the smokes are coming out here, and now Abdu does spot out Reaper there in the side. Now the fight has commenced between Outnumbered and Vendetta. Don't think that Outnumbered will be able to get to Reaper in time, or safely for that matter.
Yes, and as soon as these smokes run out, disqualifiers will have open vision onto Outnumbered. So at this point, they just need to decide who they, going to try and fight.
And there we go.
Tori actually take out both of those players. And this is not what I was talking about. Like, in this zone, I kind of favor the position and the high ground that Vendetta has.
Let's see what happens as a dude looks over towards them and see what they can see across here. We're going to take off X-ray vision for now as we see the smokes being deployed across all. The Molotov's going to go out. I'm going to check to see if that connects onto anyone. Close, very close there on the Molotov.
Now, throwing a Molotov through a smoke, that's probably like the best you can ask for.
Famas in the hand of Abdu. What can he do from here? Disqualified. Are trying to push this one out here. Twitch Archon gets a bit of tagged up here as well. Beast from Tunisia throws out another smoke as Abdu now looks to go around, and Kamatori, who's been a great fragger for Disqualified this game. And Abdu pulls himself back, and another smoke grenade goes out. He's still got one in hand here. Flashes are going out as well from Vendetta. A lot of utility being used here for the late game stage. Still 1 minute and 46 seconds left to go inside this final phase as Abdu gets some damage being put over towards him.
I have to say, disqualifiers are really holding their ground really well. I think dealing the damage equally to both sides. Arkan sitting without the helmet right now. So if Vendetta can get the knock onto Arkan, that will open up the opportunities for them. But the zone is on their backs. There's nowhere left for them to go. They just need to take the fight right now.
Takes out Beast of Tunisia at this moment. Kamatori gets flashed out there from the rest of Vendetta as he waits for Vendetta gets eliminated in the end, and Disqualified wins out the chicken dinner with 11 kills. Great play coming out from them.
Yes, exactly. I mean, they just needed to wait until like either Vendetta or Outnumbered were taken out, so that they could have full focus on one team. You know, I think Vendetta, if they push closer or use their smokes more wisely, things could have turned out slightly different. But Disqualifiers really playing to their position and the zone, and you know, just hitting the shots and taking that chicken in a really good fashion.
Yeah, really good from them. Disqualifiers in first. Vendetta finishing up at the top of the kill leaderboard, as it were, in second position with 15 kills. Third was Outnumbered with 3. Tunisian Titans with 3 kills in fourth. And Weekend Noob Guys rounding up our top 5 with 6 kills as well. That's game number 2 done and dusted, ladies and gents. We move on to Rondo next. We'll see you there. Welcome back, everybody, to match number 3. And we're just having a little bit of chuckle because Rizzlers are just by themselves, away from everybody. PUBG sent them to the naughty corner. Anyways, remember to get your votes in for who you think is going to win this match. Remember, voting starts from phase 1, ends before phase 5 pops. So keep your vote in and see who's left alive. Maybe you have a better chance of getting your win. Remember, one person can only win per match. If there's multiple people, we'll put them into a randomizer and see. I don't think anyone's won yet, but I could be mistaken. We will verify everything tomorrow, and we will send out the winning message, and we'll send out that G coin right to the winners as soon as possible.
Now, I have to say, looking at the plane pass, we are quite lucky to having the dual plane pass once again, the same we had on Sunday. It's not something, it's not a definite thing that happens on this map, but definitely, as I said on Sunday, one of the features that I quite enjoy.
It would be cool if that crashed.
It's one another.
Add another element of, whatever. So
I mean, with PUBG, you never know, eh?
You never know, true. So we got Tunisian Titans out of the plane. Same with Weak and Noob guys going out towards Tin, and then we got the Born to Lead also heading out. It looks like May Run is gonna be occupied with Ninjas and Keys hype just floating around them. Seems that they wanted to go there. Looks like they pretty much.
Yeah, I think the only contest we have is on Danching.
Yes, we do, and that's with the Reapers and Disqualified are winners of the previous match as well. Disqualified doing some good work for themselves in the previous match, getting themselves up there. Or Group C, they still have another opportunity to play on Sunday. So, starting off their campaign with some good games.
No, it's going to be interesting if Disqualifiers follows the trajectory or the example of Trigger Esports, whereas they won the previous game and then I don't even know, did Trigger even get any points the previous game? I mean, they were just stuck without any vehicles in the blue.
They were.
It's quite interesting to see the team winning the previous game from such a good position to being stuck on an open field, having no vehicles whatsoever.
And that's PUBG for you, that it can swing your way and then it can just go against you just as quick as well. So, you just got to take it as it comes as well. Take the good with the bad as well. But Trigger's looking good, though, inside test track and getting themselves into the center. Granada just a little bit behind them, but it looks like they're all going to be good for now. Hype making their rotation to Mopang, and it looks like they're going to do a wide rotate as well. The old boys sitting in Ray and they went there on Sunday as well, if I'm not mistaken, and the Rizzers in the north as well. So, pretty chilled, and now the fight is going to start commencing between the Reapers and I think it was Disqualified. Arcane in the background. Obsessed now going to just quickly mid up. Doesn't have a vest. Helmet now down to 50 HP.
No, it's quite interesting. Like, whereas all three members of the Disqualifiers are actually holding their ground and looking for a fight, the members of Reapers are actually doing something different. They have two people just, watching the flanks and the push, while the other two are looting up towards the back, making sure they get everything they need for this fight. And at the end, it's going to be interesting to see, do they just take this fight or do they opt to take the vehicles and leave?
I think survivability at this moment. Obsessed already got the head rung already, with a bullet. I think sometimes you just gotta pull it back as Kamatori takes out Obsessed as well. From a far distance, Donatello gonna get knocked to half HP as well. And now looks like Disqualifiers are gonna try and see if they can advance on towards this. Israel's back is also having a look down the road there as well as he makes his move, but into the center does the Disqualifiers move. Donatello just above him here. Doesn't get spotted out, but almost 2 HP. Escapes by the skin of his teeth. But Donatello not able to get that The grenade's gonna go out. Not gonna be connecting onto anyone just as yet. Ooh, does do some damage towards Archine.
And I'm loving this flank from Karamtori. I mean, he's lucky enough that none of his teammates got knocked by that shotgun because it would have like changed everything. But the fact that like Archine and Beat is still alive gives this position of Karamtori such it just makes it so powerful.
Anyone crosses this road, they're gonna be shot. And the way we saw Kamatori play in the previous game, some good kills coming out from Kamatori. I think got over 5 kills, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think he got most of the team's kills that game, and I mean even now getting great shots onto Obsessed.
Yeah. So he's just holding this flank position with the 2 members. The other two members of Reapers are very close. It looks like it's kind of like a stalemate at the moment. There's a circle still looking there, waiting. Well, phase 5 is about to, well, the blue zone just about to start encroaching. Got Fractus inside the compound. It looks like ninjas and bikinis have made their movement further into the circle. Same with the Smurfs. Bandina making their rotation as well. Up to the north of Danching, where this fight is commencing that we're looking upon. And it looks like the members of Outnumbered also going to start making their rotation. But very, very, very passive at the moment between these two teams.
I think they both have like taken quite a bit of damage, you know. I think if we had a foreman as Karamtori actually strikes, it gives away his position right there. Great shots coming off of him once again. I think this might just like enable Archine and Beat to be aggressive from their part as well.
Yeah, Beat needs to do something when Donatello gets taken out there with the shotgun. Is it a shotgun? No, it's not. Sorry, my bad.
No, it was a JS9. I think Donatello was the one holding the shotgun.
Yes.
And he both shots just unfortunately not hitting the crucial parts. As Archine opts to not go for the flash.
Eventually goes for the flash. I was kind of just like, okay, are we going to do this yet? As Azrael's back gets taken out by Beat again. And now Obsessed is the man who needs to try and make a play here for the Reapers. As he's now spots out. Kamatori gets one on Kamatori almost gets down Beat as well. Does Obsessed. Gonna throw out the grenade. Needs to be careful about this peak though against Beat. The grenade goes out. The grenade pops in the air a little bit too long with the pull. And Obsessed now tries to retreat. I don't think he's gonna go for the revive on towards Ezreal. As Aimless in the background, Aimlessness gets Beast from Tunisia, but Spartacus will finish out them as well. Kind of want to go to that fight as quickly as possible as both of the teams fighting it out here. Abdu going to come across on the opposite side now. Going to rush into the building and Weaken New guys get eliminated out in 17th position.
Yeah, and Vendetta closed that fight out without losing anyone. And it was just a great pull-up from Saifu. Saifu pulled up as a solo, got instantly, he got 2 knocks onto Wang. And, you know, it gave that extra time, even though he got traded eventually. It just gave enough time for the rest of the Vendetta team to come and assist. So great shots coming out there from Saifu to initiate that fight.
As now Obsessed has found Kamatori. Just needs to be, got the K9 in hand. See, that's where kind of these moments where the DMR kind of helps, but obviously he hasn't had much time in terms of looting as well. This is where they landed with disqualified. Disqualified is dispatch 3 members. And they just wait. Let's look around the map to see what's happening. Looks like Fractus is looking over towards, I don't think they've seen, but Ninjas and Bikinis just playing on the edge over there. Inside Test Track, we've got Tunisian Titans as well as Outnumbered coming in from the north, as well as the Rizzlers making their rotation to the north. And we see now most teams are in Borntally making their way in from south, as well as Brothers in Arms. And Hype still getting himself in from the north. A great shot coming out there from Obsessed on towards Archine. Not going to be able to do much about it. And Beat finds Obsessed. And the
Great work coming
Reapers-
out there from the disqualifiers, playing as a 3-man and, you know, ending up without losing everybody, taking out the team by yourself. Yes, you won the previous game and now you're already sitting with 4 more points in your bag. I mean, making sure to get those points. If they follow this trajectory, can easily make it into the final.
Yeah. Keep those points ticking over. You don't have to win every single game, but keeping those points, keeping those average points high enough gets you into the finals as well. It gives you more of a chance to get into the finals. But Ace has spotted out Fractus inside the compound just above them here, or to their east. And now it's all pretty much all good and well as the circle shifts down towards the south. As now we see Born to Lead taking shots on towards Brothers in Arms, but it looks like Brothers in Arms are going to get out of this predicament. Maybe not. Breaker and Hawk flip their vehicles, and now they're in a spot above them, that is for sure. And from Kematori, from a different angle, now spots out them, and now... Oh, that's just so unfortunate for Brothers in Arms.
And I mean, those vehicles don't flip that easily. So it's quite interesting. They must have hit the bump and then flipped the vehicle, because these buses are quite robust. Even though they're electric, their batteries hold for quite some time.
And now Beat going to be moving in towards where Slayer and Maverick are sitting as well, as now they know that the next team's here. The flashbang will go out there as well. They'll turn around the corner. The shots will come out towards Maverick. Doesn't get put down though. And the flashbang does deter Beat and the rest of them. And Slayer gets a little bit tagged. Shots come out towards Maverick. Maverick gets put down. And Brothers in Arms get put down in 15th position. But really just unfortunate in the rotation there for Brothers in Arms. Flipping that vehicle, losing those 2 members, unfortunately for them. And now instantly disqualifiers to start shooting on towards Born to Lead.
No, I mean, great play there coming out from disqualifiers, knowing that they've just taken out 2 members from Brothers in Arms, and knowing that the other 2 remaining players were stuck in this garage compound, you know, throwing out the flashbangs, pushing in with the utility, just overall well played for them.
Tunisian Titans now make their move over towards the test track here, where we see Triggers Esports now holding themselves, or one member of Trigger Esports at this moment, holding himself on the south end of this test track. Needs to be careful. Does pop a energy drink there to get the boosts up there a little bit, and all 4 members of Tunisian Titans have landed. So Rizzler's coming in towards the test track as well. It's an interesting play, seeing that we saw it move to the south. And now, oh, did they just beat it? Just for Born to Lead. Very lucky. They just beat the EMP. And now Old Boys and Hype quite close to each other as well now. Looks like Hype, Old Boys is just going to continue on their rotation here. I'm not really worried too much about the shots coming their way. Blitz now going to get surrounded by Tunisian Titans. I don't think that Tunisian Titans are aware of him. Oh, Nazgul on towards Zachlinator.
And Blitz is taking this opportunity, throwing the util, seeing if he can push, and as Jalid actually gets another knock onto Frag, I mean Blitz, he has the perfect opportunity now. He's gonna throw in a flashbang. Not even. Just takes the fight straight up.
But he doesn't win out the fight. And Blitz will get eliminated there. Zachlinator does get put down there. Alid gets put down as well from a different angle, I do believe. And that's from Vendetta. As now Jalid gets put down. Nazgul's gonna try and put down some smokes, but falls off the bridge. Unfortunate. And now he has to try and get himself some heals there. As Old Boys get eliminated out in 14th position. We missed that fight coming out there.
And then I think, yeah, the member of Jalid from Trigger Esports actually did get flushed in that smoke on top of the bridge.
And now Reds takes out one of the members of Brothers on Green. Strider for 2U gets taken down. Basilius just below this bridge here from Reds. And Reds has spotted him out, takes the shots up towards Basilius. Basilius gets put down there by Reds. Reds taking out 2 members of Brothers in Arms Green. Now needs to look over towards Dr. One and Yanaman. Yanaman taking the shots up towards him. Can he finish him off? He can't at this moment. Can Yanaman And now they have to make their retreat as the flashbang does go a little bit astray there as Dr. One gets taken out by Chavo, just leaving Yanaman left alive here to fend for the rest of the Brothers in Armed Green. But Born to Lead quickly cleaned that up, and Brothers in Armed Green eliminated out in 13th position. And fights are coming thick and fast everywhere around the map as disqualifiers are getting pushed on by the ninjas in bikinis. And I see Vendetta now making their push up on towards the Rizzlers, and the Rizzlers are stuck in a spot to bother here, and Abdu gets 3 kills, 2 kills out of that one, and now starts taking shots over towards Beats as well. And Vendetta eliminate the Rizzlers out in 12th, and now Abdu needs to try and find some cover from them as Kamatori also having a look over towards Vendetta as well. A lot of action and everything is started.
Yeah, I could say, like, comparing what we're seeing now to first game, I mean, I'm actually getting a great knock there onto Pepsi. Let's just see where this fight goes. And there's 2 members from Hype instantly getting traded there while they're trying to flush out Pepsi, and they don't even get the kill as Diggs actually steals that kill from Hype.
Yeah, Diggs gets a point there for Fractus as well as now the Born to Lead members make their entry in towards the compound here. He just spots out Apricot Scroll. The grenade's going to go out, or the blue zone grenade is going to go out. That's going to instantly eliminate Hackham, and that's also doing quite a bit of damage to Apricot Skull. Last member surviving here for the Hype team is Born to Lead. Try to finish off this remaining team here. Oh, flashbang comes out from Charvel. A lot of smokes. There's another flashes coming out as well for.
So these players are in the zone, so you know they can just have like 30-40 more seconds before the next zone will probably shift to just like wait out these smokes. They don't want to lose anyone unnecessarily. You know, just wait out the smokes, make sure that you clear the player out together as a group and trade.
But Apricot Skull's still got 2 smokes, has deployed another one, so he's delaying the Born to Lead members as much as possible, which is really good.
Even as a Molotov.
Yeah. Phase 4, 38 seconds. Remember to get your votes in. Here's the teams that are still alive. We've got Tunisian Titans, Triggers. We've got Outnumbered with Vendetta. Fractus still alive. Hype with Born to Lead. Ninjas Bikinis disqualified, and it looks like now Outnumbered are going to be in the spot to bother, but look who's chasing them. Vendetta's also got Abdu on the front here, but behind them Spartacus is just chasing them on the vehicles. This is some intense stuff as Spartacus comes rallying through here. Can he do something about this? Vampire takes out Abdu from a different angle there, and Spartacus has to kind of move this one. But Smurfs making their way towards Vendetta here, and this is great play from the Smurfs as well.
Yeah, I'm loving the aggression, and I mean, I kind of want to say Smurfs saved Outnumbered there.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, if they just didn't, if Smurfs didn't pull up and get the knock onto Abdu, like Vendetta just would have kept on like shooting at Outnumbered, and Spartacus would have just probably continued chasing them. You know, so.
Yeah, true. He would have continued. Apricot Skull is going to survive maybe another day, but will he survive? That's the question. As Beat gets taken down there from the Ninjas in Bikinis, that's putting disqualified down to 2 members at this stage. Still got Kamatori left alive here for them. Beat with 4 kills there. 7 kills here for disqualifiers, and I think they're going to be pretty satisfied with that amount of kills as well.
Yeah, I mean, only two members are remaining, and there's, I mean, they're getting pushed by Ninjas and Bikinis, and to their right they even have Born to Lead, so some strong teams surrounding them. I mean, but if I was them, I wouldn't be too harsh on myself if I went out now having all the points that I already do.
Charvel will hear Apricot Skull trying to pull up here as well. We heard the vehicle come through, and Apricot Skull in the spot up bother, but Diggs spots him out, and Hype goes out in 11th position. We got Triggers Esports now having a look over towards Outnumbered as well. Granada, just the 2 members left for Triggers Esports, but Outnumbered in a spot of bother here. Not much cover for them. They're using the vehicles as cover at this stage, but Fractus is making their move in towards the circle as well. And Fractus looks like they've got a bit of in vigor in him now. Looks a little bit more strong as well as Hunter tries to get Reznad. Doesn't able to. But also looking towards Tiny and Zero. As Tunisian Titans gets eliminated out in 10th position. In the background, Granado takes out Milky. As now Fractus spot out Nazgul. And take on the shots towards him as well. King on.
Getting the knock. Big Stepper shot out. Nazgul from the vehicle.
And look at Kingon with the AWM at the moment in hand. Getting some good shots on towards Ninjas in bikinis. And he'll confirm the kill on towards Zero. And that Smurfs will pick up with the AWM. I think he'll be kind of chuffed with that shot there as well. As now Kamatori and Twitch. And Archine comes up across there. And Reznag gets eliminated. Kamatori finishing off 10 kills for disqualified at this moment. As Ninjas Bikini's out in 9th position. Born to Lead now make their rotation across the area.
And they're going to head straight to the Smurfs.
Are they going to hit straight to the Smurfs? Indeed they are going to. It's now Born to Lead make their movement up towards the Smurfs here. Vampire taking some shots over towards it. Doesn't able to get a connect. Hunter does get connect though. Hunter now going to make the movement. And Smurfs eliminated out at 8th position as Born to Lead pull up and kill them all.
And none of the Smurfs were ready for that fight. All of them were standing there with their snipers and their DMRs in hand. And just getting pulled up all of a sudden. Just not knowing what to do.
And Beast from Tunisia goes out and Triggers Esports finish out in 7th position. Outnumbered out in 6th position. Vendetta with 14 kills making their movement through this map.
They're definitely coming alive and they're searching for the fights. I mean, you can see them going left, chasing the team to the left, chasing the team to the right. Just making sure that they have all the space to work with as they just bully all the teams to stay away from them. And if not, then they just take the fight and kill them off.
Just so much action where you can't, like, you know, keep up all the time. Bandina has spotted out disqualified in here, but nothing much they can do. Disqualified got some good position here, good cover. They know exactly where they want to be playing, which is really good for them. As Fractus also still with 4 members alive here, as well as Bandina. As now we see Archine make him a little bit of movement up towards Born to Lead. Oh, but Seifu says no. As he spotted them out from a different angle here. Quite a far angle coming out.
Play that Fractus is also doing, you know. Veggie's staying here in the center, just proning out. He's basically just waiting because the rest of his team communications of when he hears Vendetta push. So in the meantime, the rest of the Fractus team are focused on Bandia, seeing if they can get some more points on the southern side, while Veggie's is kind of just holding their back, making sure that, listen here boys, you guys are safe for now.
Vandia taking shots as Diggs takes some shots on towards Vandia. Kamatori in the background does get tucked in. Seifu spots out Archine. And they eliminate out in 5th position. Good game coming out from Disqualified nonetheless and picking up some good points. Top 4 have been shown to us. And Spartacus gets taken out by Reds there very quickly. But Vendetta down to 2 members. And I Am Veggies now looking over towards Bandina. And now needs to look over this hill. But can he spot Seifu or Beast from Tunisia? You see how Fractus has pretty much got this whole circle dominated. But they need to win their 1-on-1 fights though. Or be very safe.
I mean, I was praising Veggies for just sitting, proning, waiting his time. He's been running around. I think he's just like getting tired of waiting. I mean, if he doesn't win his fight here, then we've seen what Cypher and Beast from Tunisia is up to. You know, they're just going to come running him down. And Veggies now needs the rest of his team to back him up.
Yeah. You now know someone's there. Put out the grenade door towards him. It looks like he's going to be pulling back a little bit now. He's got the organ hand. Born to Lead, still with 3 members. "13 kills for Born to Lead as well. Really good job coming out there from Born to Lead. They've really been pressuring a lot on towards teams as well. Searching for the fights as well. Vendetta now listening up as Fractus now group up towards each other. Or 3 members, or at least 2 members grouping up as Big Stepper, looking to try and make maybe an odd play out of this. Maybe
Just
catch
making sure they're
Bandina
not getting
out.
flanked, I'm
Mm,
guessing.
I'm assuming. Just making sure. Needs to be careful. If Beast from Tunisia peeks up, these closer members need to support.
Man, we had so much action like for the past 10 minutes and just like running into a stalemate right now where, you know, everyone kind of knows where everyone is, but no one really wants to make the first move. So, I mean, I think that's what the zone is there for, obviously. So, I mean, the teams are going to be sitting tight for about 40, 50 more seconds. And then eventually they're just going to have to decide on where they want to go.
Bornsley's got some vision on towards Vendetta. And they're kind of all ignoring Bandina. And here's where Big Stepper needs to be listening as much as possible. As the boss does edge a little bit closer. I wonder if he's heard him yet.
Oh, Big Stepper certainly heard the boss.
Certainly heard that. But
actually gets a great knock over there. Giving the opportunity here to Big Stepper, but he needs to make sure now that he doesn't get traded.
He doesn't make sure he doesn't hold the grenade for too long. I was getting
a
little bit worried. I was getting a little bit worried.
Think he cooked it.
It felt like he did at one point. I was like, you need to let it go. He needs to try and see if he can finish this one off as well. Does the flashbang, look, peeks over, shoots over towards Algerian. Can he win the fight? He does indeed, does Big Stepper. And around the map, we see that Bornsley getting some pressure on towards from Vendetta. The grenade will kill out the boss. Algerian's still alive here. Big Stepper trying everything, using all his lethal utility as much as he can. Now we'll spot out the lucky. I don't think he would spot out the lucky star there. Free smoke. As Bornsley did get a knock, but it looks like they managed to get that person back up as well. Algerian does get picked up. And Big Stepper now needs to be very careful, and his team need to be looking out from the back of the world. Diggs has moved up as well, trying to see if he can get some sightline on towards Bandina. Not able to at this moment. Oh, and Iron Veggies gets knocked there by Seifu. And will this give Beast Vendetta the opportunity to make their movement? It looks like it is. Beast from Tunisia. Yeah, he comes rolling in. We said that they're going to instantly do this as quickly as possible. The grenade's going to go out. The grenade's not going to connect onto anybody at this stage.
Wait, the team. Big Step and Diggs need to assist here. They know that Beast from Tunisia is close. Saifu is actually putting up great pressure as Translucent gets knocked onto Saifu. But Beast from Tunisia gets the trade onto Translucent and onto Veggie. As like Fractors were holding such a great position, just being way too split from each other when they knew that the enemies were so close, leaving only Big Stepper now to fend off a Beast from Tunisia.
And Beast from Tunisia and Big Stepper wins out that fight, but in the expense of 3 members of Fractors going down. Bandina obviously got Diggs there in the process, and Big Stepper now is just playing against the zone. Like you said, it's just there was no support, but I think Bandina was moving at the same time, and there was nothing that Fractors could do about it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I totally understand, like, trying to cover all your angles. But I think as soon as they heard, or as soon as they got the knock onto their own teammates and they heard Beast from Tunisia pushing closer, I think for, like, that split second, if the focus was turned on to Vendetta, they could have turned it around. But let's see. We have a 2v3 here, Bandia versus Born to Lead, and Born to Lead have been on fire this game.
Yeah, they definitely have been on fire. They were kind of slow in their angle games on Sunday as well, if I'm not mistaken. And then they kind of showed what they could do later on, you know. So maybe they need a bit of warm up, or they just don't like your angle. One of the two, I guess. As Reds
almost gets on. Oh, Reds
almost gets knocked out. Push comes in there. Algerian gets knocked out now. Now it's just the one member left alive, and that's Alpatchin, the arm in the hands of Charbel here. Let's see if he can pull off a great shot on the end here. Shot gets pushed out, does nothing, gets landed. Can Alpatchin win out this for the members of Born for Bandina? I mean, it's always possible, but the shots are coming through here. Hunter gets put down.
Another one.
Charbel. Is he going to take the arm? Is he going to risk it? Or is it Bandina going to win out this fight? He's flushing out so the members can't show where he is. Good play coming out from our patch.
Double stuck the first aid.
He did stuck the
The flashbang.
The flashbang comes out and Bandina wins out the fight. Alpachin wins it out.
With 8 bullets remaining. I did not expect that at all. What a play coming out there from Alpatch. Taking the 1v3. I mean, that fight started off so badly for Bandia. I mean, Alpatch missed his shots onto Reds, gave the opportunity for Bontuli to trade out his teammate, and then Bontuli just like fluked the 1v3 there, each of them pushing one by one as they thought it was going to be an easy kill, and just it turns onto like its head so quickly.
I'm wow. What a game coming out there from Bandina at the end there. Born to lead though still with 15 kills. I mean they massed. They literally were hunting for kills there in that game. But great play coming out from Born to lead. But oh, what a chicken dinner win. And he did it 1v3. He did it. Alpatch wins out that match. MVP of this game for sure. Practice comes out with 8 kills in 3rd position. It's a good comeback coming up from them. And Vendetta with 17 kills in 4th and rounding up our top 5. Disqualifiers with 10 kills. I think they're going to be pretty happy with that. That is game number 3 done. Tego next, ladies and gents. We'll see you guys now. Welcome back, everybody, to match number 4 of the evening. Halfway done. We saw great clutch coming out there from Al Patch from Badina against Born to Lead. Great work coming out there from him. Remember, you can vote for your team who you think is going to win from phase 1 to phase 5. Obviously, keep your vote as late as possible. Your first message is going to be taken as the vote. Remember that. We said that in the beginning. We're saying it again. And only one person can win per match. And you can win multiple times as well. So, get your votes in before the vote closes at just before the phase 5 pops. Teams are getting into the plane, Viking. Tago, what can we expect?
Well, I mean, Tago, I think it all depends on where the zone goes. I think lately we've been getting a lot of circles going up towards the northwestern island. I think zones in those areas are just play quite differently to the ones on the main island. So I think it all depends on what the zone delivers. But definitely more of the same, I think, that we saw on Rondo. I think from what I can gather, these teams kind of played out quite slow in the beginning. And then it's like this middle phase where everyone just sends it and fights, and then we're going back to a slow ending, which is quite different to what we saw on Sunday, where it was here more towards the end where the action ramped up and everyone was just constantly fighting. But having a more mid game that's fully action packed, and then coming towards a slower ending.
Yeah, 100%. Fractus and Ninja's Bikini and Godok. Some shots already been towards Resnad and Big Stepper.
Now we're seeing a lot more hot drops or contests, I would rather say, than we saw on Sunday. On Sunday, no one really wanted to contest. People would always get in their vehicles, drive off, go find a better spot to loot. Whereas, these teams, maybe it's because they know they have enough points already that they don't mind, or it's the fact that they're just in a much better state of mind that they don't they think they will win the fight. But yeah, definitely seeing more contests happening today than Sunday.
And the Rizzlers obviously getting a spot of bother there with the disqualified members. And the shots get rained out, one more bullet, and I think Razor's going to be... That'll be him done and dusted. Really unfortunate there for the Rizzlers. After such a great start.
They had such a good game in game 1. And now, I mean, they haven't had any good luck in the following game.
And Beat comes out to punch out and end Razor's misery there for the Rizzlers out in 16th position. Oh, that's just really unfortunate for the Rizzlers. I think maybe their confidence got knocked in the second game when they were taken out so early, obviously with Born to Lead. Born to Lead getting their revenge back on that one. It's really unfortunate. I Am Veggies get tagged up there from Ninjas and Bikinis. And I wonder if these two teams are actually going to take on the fight with each other.
Well, it seems like Ninjas and Bikinis really want to take this fight, whereas Fractus, not necessarily that they don't want to take the fight, but they're taking it in a much slower sense in waiting for Ninjas and Bikinis to overstep into their crosshairs.
Big Stepper could certainly push. Oh, big spots of Resnad. And Translucent gets down Resnad as well. And Resnad will be the first casualty for Ninjas and Bikini. But the support is arrived straight away. As now team going to look over towards there. Going to take shots, but Big Stepper takes our team. And that's some good play coming out. But now Blessed coming in straight away and tries to. But Translucent with the backup on towards for his teammate Big Stepper, and some great play coming from Fractus. And 15th goes out Ninjas in Bikinis as Diggs finds out 0 in the end there. And Fractus played that perfectly. The support play was absolutely great.
Yeah, great trade there from Translucent. I think getting that first knock onto Resnet, the fact that Big Stepper didn't overplay his position, he just waited for them to come for the revive before he struck. Just absolute good plays, and then Diggs even covering off the flank from zero there. Just yeah, I think good plays there from Fractus, and as I said, they just waited for Ninjas and Bikinis to overstep into their crosshairs, and then the fight just went in their favor all the way from there.
Yeah, it was some good play coming there from Fractus, and I think Fractus is now starting to warm up again. You know, it feels like they had 2 rough games in Erangel. Yes, they did get to a top 4 spot, but by their standards, you know, they'll get a couple kills along the way. So looks like they're getting themselves set in for the rest of this evening. Triggers Esports looks over towards Brothers in Arms Green as they make landfall.
Quite interesting though. I mean, Ninjas and Bikinis haven't had the best of nights so far. I mean, this is the 4th game now where, I mean, to Ninjas and Bikini standards, you know, talking about standards, this is our, I want to say like one of our previous PUBG Africa winners, you know, to their standards. I think they only sitting on 12 points now after 4 games. They're going to have a lot to do in the next 2 games, step it up to make sure that they just like at least get the minimum for tonight, to make sure that there isn't that much that they need to catch up on next week.
Yeah, Mercedes gets put down there by Blitz. They're all just scoping out this whole is Triggers Esports, and Dr. One just out in the open there. Strider to you. Now I'm gonna have to try and make something happen there with his teammate, but Mercedes is getting battered on top of that roof as well. He's gonna have to try and see if he can crawl himself, but Nazgul will spot him out. Strider now the man that needs to try and make something happen here with the rest of his team. Yanaman is on his way, I assume, but the triggers are closing down on him as he takes the shots on there, but the lead will get Strider for 2 to you. And where's Yanaman in all of this action?
He's all the way to the north. I was struggling to find him as well, but he's on his way to the zone all the way next to Go Doc, and he might even cross paths with Fractus, depending on how they choose to rotate. Yeah, interesting plays coming out there from Brothers in Arms. Definitely not showing the same form that we've seen them showing in the scrims. Like just
or even
the
on
scrims in
Sunday.
general.
Yeah, true. I mean, Sunday they were looking pretty good as well. Some good rotations from them. Sometimes some aggressive players as well coming through from them as well. So just maybe not their night tonight. As hopefully they can make enough points to make it into the final. We'll wait and see as we can you guys take the Chinook to get themselves in towards the circle, and shots are going to be going down from Brothers in Arms. Very unlikely that they're going to shoot anything. You can see the Tracer's very far behind. Always difficult.
At least they tried, eh?
At least, yeah. It gives Weekend Noob guys maybe a little bit of a scare. You never know. And now Smurfs having a fight with our previous match winners, Bandina, as Acid has been dispatched earlier on by Tunisian Titans. Slow rotates coming from a lot of the teams. Looking around, it's still outnumbered, making their way in from the north. Born to Lead from coming in from the south, as well as Hype and out and disqualified. Kimatori very much far away from his team at this stage.
Yeah, interesting timing coming out from Wang. Take that emergency pickup. Usually you want to try and time it so that as you enter the zone, the next one pops and you kind of like know where you want to go based on the zone shift. But like they used it quite early, and now I kind of want to say like most of the areas around them are already taken.
Yeah, like you say, if you could just time it, then you can, know where you need to go. But maybe they've got other ideas. It looks like they're gonna find a free spot in the map as well, so that should be fine for them. Yanaman very close towards Fractus here. Looks like Fractus has spotted out. Indeed, they have spotted out the old boys. Diggs not really doing anything as much for now, but it looks like they're gonna try and shift their way a little bit closer here towards the old boys. Indeed they are. Get themselves a better sight line on towards Old Boys, and I think Old Boys are stuck in a very bad position at this moment because they got the Tunisian Titans and they're gonna have to rely on their shooting skills here to get themselves out of this trouble.
Yeah, as we see, is Fractus setting up a bridge camp here? Yeah, indeed they are, and Outnumbered is running straight into it. Are they going to commit? Ripper and Mystics are actually committing to this bridge, and Iron Veg is sitting on the other side
He's
waiting
just
for
throwing
them.
a grenade. Is that grenade? Oh, just pops a little bit too late, but he does get Mystics. Mystics does fall as Ripper gonna have to just continue on his way. He can't really do much about that. And Mystics is gonna fall to Fractus, and Fractus will pick up their 5th kill of the evening, or of this round at least. Critzy and Milky gonna make their way around and somehow they went onto the lower bridge.
Yeah, I
Smart.
mean, they saw that Big Stepper was camping the top one. Obviously, they lost Mystics there. But I mean, even being 3-man strong, Ripper made it through, scouted the center compound, Soul was free, and now the other 2 members are just going to join him up. I mean, I would kind of take one member as Tunisian Titans actually rock up onto Old Boys, getting the first initial knock onto Vuzi. That grenade just bouncing into the wrong direction. Soda gets out of there.
And a hot is now being taken up at Diggs as Diggs has spotted him up. But Diggs did move away from this whole fight here as well. It looks like he's just going to protect his vehicle while this fight is happening here. Vuzi going to be left to his ace as Soda has been spotted getting into the water. Not by Tunisian Titans though, by Fractus. So Fractus kind of helping helping Old Boys at the moment a little bit, but not able to save. Oh, but Diggs gets put down there by Zachlinator, and Fractus now needs to make a decision, and make a decision very quickly, as Kamatorian, Bows and Arms and Disqualified all trying to do something in the background. Hot Diggity gets put down there, as well as now Vendetta from the back will take on towards Tunisian Titans, and looks like they're just going to clean this one up here for the Old Boys and Fractus. As they
Zachlinator actually coming with a drive-by onto Translucent. Not what Practice had in mind there. Translucent actually coming to revive Diggs, and now losing the fight onto a drive-by. I mean, Big Step and Vic is just aren't in the position to come and assist this.
No, they can't. Zachlinator looks like he's just going to try and flush this one out. He does get the kill on towards Translucent. Diggs still bleeding out on the end there, but not much I can do. And Iron Veggie's just going to go right past Zachlinator. He needs to do something about this very, very quickly, but Zachlinator can move, but he got into the vehicle. He's going to move away from this as quickly as possible. And Iron Veggies looks like he's going to get the revive on towards Diggs. And Fractus looks like they're going to survive this one out a little bit. Big Step is still on the opposite side of the river, as you said.
And Soda's still alive. Like,
And
with
Soda's-
all the chaos, somehow
He's
jumping
just-
into the water
Just saved his
has
life.
just saved his life.
But he spotted Iron Veggies. He's going to take a shot on towards Iron Veggies. Yes, he is. Takes the shots. He gets the shot on towards Iron Veggies and gets that knock. But it looks like from a different angle, Iron Veggies is getting shot from as well. The grenade comes out, or a flashbang comes out. I'm not too sure. Oh, that could be a good one. Oh, just short. Blue zone grenade comes out, and the grenade's looking pretty good from that angle. Just coming short. Oh,
that almost takes out Dig.
Almost takes out Dig. And Big Stepper has arrived. But Zachlinator is not finished with this one yet, and he takes out Diggs as well. But Dina gets eliminated in the background by Triggers. And Big Stepper now just left alone from this whole thing. And Old Boys gets taken out there by Abdu. Eventually finds out Soda. And Zachlinator trying to take out the last remaining member of Fractus, and Fractus just got stuck in between, and so the Tunisian Titans just got stuck in between people, between teams,
but I mean,
and it was just
that entire. I mean, Fractus would have been sitting in such a good position right now, but the aggression from Diggs over there, just, I mean, when Diggs got knocked, obviously Translucent came to help by himself, then Veggies came to help by himself. I think if Fractus just actually played together as a team here, they could have had so many more points and be sitting in a great position. But let's see, will Big Seppa be able to... He actually decides not to shoot. As this fight between Fractus and Vision Fight continues.
Yeah, I think Big Stepper knows that Zachlinator is not going to leave this one. Obviously, you would have seen the vehicle there from Big Stepper, and that's why he would have looked over towards this area. Mini in hand, as he looks over as Zachlinator is going through and getting himself some level 3 gears.
And Big Stepper just stopped watching this area. I mean, if he just stayed for another 5 seconds, he would have seen Zachlinator running in the open. I mean, Zachlinator, he's not going to be complaining about the level 3 gear he just picked up.
No, and Big Stepper is running away from this, and Zachlinator looking into where Big Stepper was. As Safe Fu from a different angle takes out Twitch Archine. And he's going to be quite separated from his team as Kinghorn runs over Pepsi. As in a rotate, I assume that's all what's happening there. And Raids is trying to shoot on towards the Smurfs there. Rusty did get put down there in the end, as Beast from Tunisia will confirm the kill on towards Archine. Yanaman still alive for Brothers in Arms Green. And there's not much that these members can do right now, as Hunter knows that he's going to bleed out. Pepsi's been left for dead here. Oh no, he's just got it, and he's going to eliminate Rusty as well for the run over. And now they'll continue. Will Born to lead, but Kinghorn has been knocked there.
Interesting to see this congestion to the southern part of the zone. Well, in the same fashion, actually, Born to lead running into Hype in the blue zone.
And Hype just getting decimated. Raids also getting knocked there as well. And so inside there's Nazgul gets a knock on towards Kinghorn, just leaving and the grenade and Molotovs and all the lethal utility eliminates Smurf out in 11th position. Triggers Esports continue to count the kills on this map alone. 9 kills already here for Triggers. I saw they eliminated Bandina earlier on, as Born to lead now get themselves into the circle. 4th circle pops. You got 36 seconds, 34 seconds, ladies and gents, before the next circle. You need to get your votes in. So who do you think is going to win? We got Triggers Esports, we got Born to lead, we got Weekend Noob Guys, we got Outnumbered Vendetta, we got Disqualified, 1 member for Tunisia Titans, 1 member for Fractus, and 1 member for Brothers in Arms Green. These are the teams, and 1 member for Hype as well.
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier,
now.
Outnumbered, they lost the 1 player early on.
Yeah.
You know? But being able to scout this compound, and I mean, if this compound can stay in the circle, I would never complain about losing 1 player to get a compound like this. I think Outnumbered, yes. Okay, they might have lost 1 player. I think they were obviously a bit frustrated losing 1 player early to a bridge camp from all things. But I mean, they've got to be smiling about now.
No, 100%. Triggers just playing on the edge here, outnumbered just in front of them in a good compound, as you said. But still lots of space to play, and Weekend Noob Guys yet again with the barrage of artillery. It's definitely Weekend Noob Guys. And I know for a fact it's aimlessness that's setting those ones up 100%. Born to lead though, just behind Weekend Noob Guys here, so they need to be careful. As Weekend Noob Guys, as now Vendetta set their sights on towards Trigger Esports, as Spartacus takes out Jalil. And the shots get rained out there. Spartacus needs to be careful as well as he gets behind his vehicle. Oh, look from this angle that Milky's got, but Skinny Smalls has got a different angle on Milky, and I think Milky's very confused on that angle.
And Saifu's actually pulling up on that. Like,
there comes another.
There's no way for Spartacus to have left this because his vehicle tires have been out. So
the mortar does it. Sorry.
It actually hits the car. It actually hit the vehicle, which then
hit
knocked
Granado. But
do we have more mortars incoming?
No, we don't. Not yet. But we'll see them. I know this is gonna happen. Nazgul going to make his movement on. Granada is okay for now. Khati just going to see his way through there as now the circle, the blue zones begins to shrink. 12 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Get your boats in. Get your boats in before phase 5 pops. As we see now, Born to Lead do lose Hunter in that exchange. Just Charbol left alive there. And the center's up in towards Disqualified. And Kamatori in the center inside this nice lush forest here as Big Stepper finds Yanaman and it will eliminate Brothers in Arms Green out in 10th position. Still a lot of teams, still 9 teams inside this circle. Yes, broken teams, but still teams are starting to get some survival time under their belts.
As Gerke was just almost run over by Nazgul. And Gerke got shot by Wang. But somehow Gerke is surviving in this bush.
This is what he can see as Fractus
When
gets
does he
eliminated.
decide to strike?
Yeah, that's the question. He hit. Oh, he doesn't know that he's here. Let's see what's behind him though. He needs to be careful. Shots come out towards Nazgul. He does get the knock on towards with the Vector. And we don't see the Vector very often, but can he finish out the kill? Yes, he can.
And he's got cover. And he's got cover from the other remaining members.
Yes, he does indeed. And triggers lose a member to Khatia's hype. Gets eventually eliminated as Critzy with a grenade towards Spartacus. As we switch over to that fight.
Yeah, Cypher's actually managed to make his way onto the building, which Ripper and Milky are on top of. That grenade is so close. Ripper has to be careful here. I mean, yes, they are like holding Vendetta out in the blue, but Cypher has managed to get his way up here, and he might just come up the stairs. The Cypher actually gets into the staircase and gets the knock onto Kritzy, which was holding their back. Gets the knock onto Saifu after some brilliant flashes. I mean, Vendetta just playing this absolutely great as Saifu manages to get all 3 members from outnumbered, as he was just able to get into that building so easily.
Yeah, he got into that building, got Kritzy from the opposite side of the building. Milky came through, flashed him as well. Flash is coming out, Milky flashed, got him, and then Ripper coming through at the end there, trying to save the day, but not able to at this stage, and outnumbered out in 7th position. Interesting stuff. We got Triggers Esports Vendetta. Still hasn't won a round yet, but they've been racking up the kills. Just not able to convert it, but Weekend New guys with 2 members left. Fish Cut Salad and Replay with 2 kills for Weekend New guys at this stage.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only people that are disappointed that Vendetta haven't won a chicken dinner is probably the viewers.
Yeah, because they've been
all
voting
all
for
the
him.
people that's been voting for them.
Yeah.
But I mean, other than that, I don't think Vendetta are like upset about their kills or points at all. As Karamtori actually gets taken out there by Fish Cut Salad, and Charbel is gonna take the flush, secure the point for himself, and we're just left with more solos in the zone.
Yeah, we left him also, but Disqualified though, he's got 12 kills. I mean, they're still racking up the numbers. They're in a top 6 position. They're going to get some placement points out of this, at least 1 at this moment. And there's a lot of, well, now we've got 1, 2, 3 solos sitting here, about to be 4 solos if Seifu can eliminate Blitz out here, which I don't think Granada is going to be able to get to Blitz here. And we're going to have another solo, and it's just looking much better for the likes of Vendetta here. Now Charbel gets found out, and Replay will eliminate Charbel out, and Born to Lead go out in 6th position. Another point coming the way of Disqualified. And still, Zacklinator still managed to survive through all of this as well.
Yeah, I mean, Zacklinator was quite stuck. I was watching him. I think for like a solid 3 to 4 minutes, he was waiting there, watching that shack where he last saw Big Stepper. Even after Big Stepper killed Janeman, Zacklinator was still watching that shack, kind of waiting for him to, or thinking that he's still sitting in there. So Zacklinator somehow surviving. I think he wasted a lot of time trying to find the last member of practice, as he now gets taken out by Beast from Tunisia. What a flank coming out here. Vendetta actually taking up so much space in the zone. There's no one, like all these teams are like solos, duos, and the only way I see Vendetta losing this is if they go in one by one and start losing members without being able to trade. As Beat just increases the chances here for Vendetta. Vendetta are closing in on the last player from Wang, takes him out, and leaves Granado. Somehow Granado managed to survive into second place, but I kind of think Cypher still knows that he's supposed to be somewhere there because Cypher has killed his teammate. And I mean, we might just see a bunch of drive-bys happening right now.
Yeah, I think also Granado doesn't know that Khati's dead. Because he keeps on looking over to where Khati was. But the end is nigh for Granado, and it is. And Vendetta will take out the fourth match of the evening with 12 kills to their name. Disqualified, though, with 13 kills at the end. And taking that accolade for this match. But Vendetta, I mean, they played a very good game out of this one.
Yeah, I think crashing that compound and working it from there. I mean, even before they took the compound, they were just spreading out on the edges of the map, fighting teams left, right, and center, evaluating where the best possible position for them or the best fighting position for them would be, and just like taking that best advantage, fighting the fights, winning the fights that they took. And then until the end, I mean, we had a bunch of solos and duos left, and they just couldn't compete with the four-man that Vendetta were still up.
Yeah, 100%. Triggers coming in second position. Another good game coming out from them in ninth. They are definitely pushing up their points quite a bit there as Triggers. Weekend Noob Cubs finish up with a total of 4 kills, disqualified with 13 kills. Massive numbers, and I think they are securing themselves a great chance for the finals as well. And then Tunisian Titans rounding up our top 5 with 5 kills. That is game number 4. We're on to Miramar. 2 more games to go. We'll see you guys now. Welcome back to match number 5 of the evening. Remember the giveaway that we're doing for 500 G coin each match. You can vote for your winner. Vote opens on the first phase and ends as the phase 5 pops. So you got until then. Keep your votes ready. Remember, if you say somebody the first time, you can't change your vote. If you change your vote, we're only going to take the first message that you send. And you can stand a chance of winning 500 G coin. Also, if there's multiple people, you'll be randomized. And you can, whoever wins that randomization wins that thing. Only one person per match can win the G coin.
And if that still isn't clear enough, then please open a ticket so we can clarify any questions that you may have.
Yes. Hopefully that's clear enough for you guys. Also, we don't carry over G coin either. So if no one wins in the match number 3, for instance, then we don't carry it over. You can't win 1,000 in the next game. It doesn't carry over. All good. Miramar, Viking. Your favorite map.
Hell yeah.
Let's see what this has got for us.
I mean, I'm really hoping that we just keep on seeing the same. I mean, we're just having action all around, like everywhere.
Yeah, when the action starts going, it starts going. It's been
Like these teams aren't, like, especially Vendetta. I mean, I'm saying Vendetta now, but it's not just been them. Like even on Rondo, we saw the Smurfs aggressing. You know, whenever it's like teams aren't scared to fight.
This is good.
Right. Like when they hear shots, when they think they have the opportunity to get a kill, they go for it. We've seen third parties, we've seen fourth parties, and teams are just going for it, trying to get those kills. And I'm enjoying the game is much more like just the way they are playing out, than what we saw on Sunday.
Looks like we may have a couple disconnects from a couple of teams. Actually, just checking. As you see, 61. We did have a team fall out of the tournament, so that's it for them. If you notice, we started with 17 teams. Now we're down to 16. Checkers Esports. Good game coming in second as Breaker gets run over. I'm trying to see exactly where that is, and that's over by the top here. Slayer very much far away from his team as well. I wonder if Tiki's now knows about Slayer and is going to try and quickly go. He's got a Panzer in hand as well, and this could spell a short-lived Miramar first game for Slayer here if he's not careful.
I mean, Slayer, if I was Slayer, I would not feel comfortable knowing that a team landed right opposite me. But yeah, definitely Tunisian Titans are aware of Slayer. And I think Frag might just come and join Tiki here. Yeah, guys, Slayer, he has no idea. And he's just going to be running into the open of Tiki.
But Tiki wins it.
Tiki with the
Panzer. And Slayer will win that fight out with the M249. And here comes Frag, but he doesn't actually knock him just yet. Slayer, I think, panicked there a little bit. Needs to get this knock on towards Frag. And he does indeed. Picks up a point for his team. And now he's going to have to try and fight Frag here inside this one. The grenade's going to come out, which is going to go into the bathroom area. It's going to do 10 damage on towards Slayer, the Molotov as well. And Slayer's just playing this one out very nicely, keeping it calm. Needs to keep it calm. Yeah, he's got the M249 and M249, but oh! Zaculator comes in and will
just
eliminate.
I mean, they knew exactly where he was. Just, I think Tiki going in for that fight by himself at just the wrong time. Frag was still on his way. And missing that Panzer shot. I mean, that at the end of the day, even if he had any gun in his hand, like it would have been a fair fight there. But missing the Panzer and then having to swap over to his AR and just didn't have the time to do so. As Slayer got the knock, got the flush, and then I mean, Slayer even got a second kill onto Frag. I got the knock, but luckily the team was there to trade. But Look at Maverick and Hawk.
I know. I'm
They,
watching.
they know what just happened.
Is this a wise move from him? I mean, try and survive it out maybe a bit later, but maybe they think they can get the kills from this. But now the shots are going to come through. Hawk gets spotted out there as well. The frag grenade is going to come out towards them. Maverick gets put down here. The shots gets put down on towards them. Yaga gets put down by Hawk. As Hawk now reloads his vehicle, his gun, takes out his mini. Shots going to come shooting out towards Zacklinator. He needs to be careful here. Does Hawk. Last member standing here, 4 brothers in arms. And while this is all happening, Frag is busy reviving Jaeger and Zacklinator in a different spot. But maybe the sandstorm helps Hawk get the revive.
Yeah, the sandstorm is gonna give him some time. But I think just before the revive is done, the sandstorm might just end. Or actually just gonna give him just enough time. Hawk actually getting great shots off onto Yaga. Just, they were running and pushing this team all the way in the open with no cover.
Yeah, and Zacklinator's moved to a different spot now. So I don't think Hawk is very much aware of exactly where Zacklinator's moved. He's not going to suspect that somebody's here. And I think Zacklinator is literally going to peer over, and it's going to be the end of Brothers in Arms for this round. As now he does peer over, shot gets very up to Hawk, and Zacklinator will finish out Hawk there, and the smokes will go down to get some more loot, and 4 kills there for Tunisian Titans.
I mean, good effort coming out there from the Brothers in Arms team. I just think like playing the position better and not losing the first network so early on would have made a big difference. As we have ninjas and bikinis trying to drive by the disqualifier.
Team does get Archine in the end. And now Beat is looking over towards Hyped as well. So now Ninjas and Bikinis looks like they want to try and flush this one out. But I think Archine's got the... Ooh, where's he getting shot from as well? Now Beat needs to get himself out of the way. As Hyped is making this a little bit more difficult for disqualifiers than they would have liked. And I like it from Hype.
Yeah, I mean, even Ninjas and Bikinis, I like the fact that they're going for this flush. They need every point they can get at this moment. Things just haven't gone their way, and even losing out like a member to a not to disqualify, to a disconnect. You know, when does Ninjas and Bikinis get that turnaround point? You know, they've got to start somewhere, and getting these kills will lighten up the mood that will give them the confidence they need to push further into the games and maybe step up. In this game or the next.
I love her pro as well. Just went around. Kamatori was trying to track him so much, and it was not working for him. And Brazil, with his bicycle, managed to just circumvent Kamatori so nicely there. It was actually pretty epic to watch that one. The Rizzlers coming in the Chinook into the area, and now we see that Vendetta is now on towards Bandina here, and the grenade's gonna go out. Does miss there from Beast from Tunisia. The boss has been put down. Safe Food now does get there, and another grenade goes through. The shot's gonna get rained out here from Beast of Tunisia, and Beast of Tunisia flatlines Bandina, and 15th position goes out Bandina inside this matchup here. Seifu gonna get revived there, no issues, no men lost there for Vendetta. And look how many teams are getting through into the center of the circle.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Miramar is all about. I've mentioned it a couple of times. There's so many places to play. It doesn't matter where you are in Miramar. Like, there's always something to play, always some cover to hide behind. And it's good to see that we're getting more of a spread with the teams currently.
Zacklinator has spotted out the Rizzlers, trying to get into the vehicle. One wheel has been popped as Zacklinator looks down on towards them. 4 kills here earlier as you saw the fight between them and the Brothers in Arms. And the Rizzlers trying to steer that vehicle. It's just not able to, but let's hope they can get behind cover in time.
I mean, somehow they managed to get... I mean, I should have just kept quiet because I wanted to say somehow they managed to get away without losing anyone. I mean, as I opened my mouth... Razor got knocked.
Razor looks like he'll be fine though. I wonder if Tunisian Titans will look to maybe push onto this. I mean, they've been pretty aggressive this matchup already, as Born to Lead and Hype and Disqualified are all looking to get themselves in here. Now Ninjas in Bikinis and Trigger Esports, as Blitz gets resonated with a grenade here. Another grenade goes flying out here for J-Lead, and now we look to see Resonate does get flushed out here. Blist needs to try and get some kills out of this one as well. Shots get rained out, but from the side, Jalid gets him out, and Teen, the last member standing here for Ninjas and Bikinis, and Ninjas and Bikinis out in 14th position, and the misery continues for them.
Yeah, I think all the people I'm trying to praise are like
Just stop praising them.
it's just not going well for them. So, you know, I think I just need to keep quiet. I think I need to keep everything up to Godfather, and then, you know, unless someone wants to pay me to praise someone, I can probably do that.
The commentator's curse is coming real with you today.
Oh, it's so bad. But what a zone! Look at this shift.
I know this.
Only 2 teams inside of the zone.
Yeah, it's insane. And now we got Kamatori looking over towards Bontely. Did get down Charbel. Looks like Hudson might be able to get this over. Kamatori now playing over towards Reds here. Pepsi on the opposite side here. I don't know if we can offer some help towards Reds. The grenade going to go out. Oh, the grenade's going to hit him, and it does indeed. Great grenade coming out there from Kamatori. And Reds gets knocked as well. 2 members down here for Brothers in Arms, but Charbel getting the revive here from Hunter. And Kamatori going to pull back now to see what he can do on this side of the map, as Kinghorn gets a knock on towards Kritzy in the background. That's a fight that's been brewing between the 2 teams here, and Wan also taking some shots.
It seemed like so Outnumbered and Smurfs were kind of stuck in compounds next to one another, and it seemed like Outnumbered just tried to get in their vehicles and leave, and in that connection, the Smurfs managed to kill out Kritzy from the vehicle.
So Outnumbered lose an early member, is now Zacklinator on towards Wicked Lime. Does get the knocker towards Wicked Lime. He will bleed out eventually, as the Rizzlers stuck inside this compound with Tunisian Titans up above them. They need to get this hit, and just Rizzlers seem to not have it all their way today at the moment.
I have to say something that I've noticed from, I mean, even in game 1, so it doesn't matter too much in game 1 because they took the fight in the center compound. Then that compound kind of just stayed in the zone until like phase 6 or 7. But something that I've noticed is they definitely struggle to get enough vehicles. So they'll get the vehicle somewhere, and the tires will get shot out, and then they're stuck. I mean, right now exactly the same thing happened to them in most of the other games. Is they have nowhere to go, and you just have a team waiting for them to move because they have no vehicles.
Yeah, they just need to sort out that small mechanic for themselves, and I think they'll do just fine yet again. I mean, we see they can shoot. They're definitely a team that can definitely shoot. They can take on the big teams, and they've done such a good job in the first game. And they had, like you said, they had movability. That's what they had. They could move around the map with freely. They didn't have to worry about too much. And you know, if you got mobility within your team and you got mobility to get to places quickly, things just become a whole lot easier within this game. And now the Razor and his fellow teammates, as Yubad does get a lot of knocks on towards Zacklinator. You see that? That's what I'm talking about. The shots are still there for them. They can definitely shoot. It's just,
No, it's just a matter of gaining the experience. I think this is quite a new team still. Quite some new players. So I mean, if they can get the experience to move around, because I mean, PUBG isn't just a shooting game. It's also not just a strategy game. But if you can get the experience to combine those 2 together, I mean, there's a lot of potential still within this team.
oh yeah, 100%. Weekend Noob guys now pull up, and I don't know if they're aware of Brothers in Arms here. Yanaman now trying to see what he can do, but Dr. One's going to be the first to, I don't know, they're kind of not pulling, but Outnumbered spot out Dr. One, And now Fish got Salad on the opposite side now. Needs to look out for the members of Outnumbered. Does start Mystics. Shots go out towards Mystics. Yanaman takes out Skitty Spores there. Now we'll try and flush him out. Indeed he does with his MP5 as the Rizzlers get eliminated out in 13th position. Porky owned you dying to the blue zone there in the end. Vasilius getting knocked out there by Replay from the opposite side now. Just leaving now Fish got Salad and Skitty Small. Fractus out in 12th. And we missed that fight.
Oh, I kind of want to know what happened there because Practice was full 4-man strong there, and it seemed like Vendetta just pulled up, lost Abdo, but in the time of losing Abdo, somehow managed to delete the entire Practice team within a couple of seconds.
Fish Castello gets taken up by Yanaman. That MP5 is going to work, it would seem. Now he needs to look behind him though. Estrada 2U gets eliminated. There's a Replay and Aimless need to now try and see what they can do to help their teammates who are bleeding out. The blue zone grenade comes out, and I think Yanaman doesn't need to concentrate too much on the revive right now. He needs to concentrate on trying to eliminate the remaining members of WAR. Shots get fired out towards him. Pulls himself back though.
And in the meantime, like, while all this is happening, Outnumbered just like popping shots on both of these teams and making life so difficult for both of these teams to finish out this fight.
Yeah, and that's what Outnumbered need to do as well. They need to try and weaken these teams as much as possible. Yanaman does get the revive on towards Estrada to you. And Born to Lead are also within San Martin as well, as the circle is just about to close. Still phase 3, still got time to put in your votes. You can see all the teams live. We've still got Hype, we've got Trigger Esports, we've got Smurfs still in it, we've got Outnumbered with Vendetta. Old Boys being very quiet this matchup, but in a good spot as well. Should this circle continue to float towards the west. Aimlessness does get a shot off to Yanaman, and I think now Weekend Noob guys might just opt to finish this push, but Born to Lead's also right here as well.
Yeah, if we can guys like overstep here and take too long, and as I said, that Pepsi actually gets knocked onto Fish Gut Salad. Luckily, I feel like this is still like a position you can do something from, as Trouble is actually flanking. I don't think they're aware of Trouble.
Well, grenade goes over to him though.
Yeah, I think that they spotted him jumping, but I mean, for a quick second there, if Trouble managed to get on top of this container without falling off, you would have definitely had another knock onto his tally. I mean, man, they're just stuck between having to fight Outnumbered, Want to Lead, and Brothers in Arms.
Yeah, they really stuck in this one. And what a nade there from Pepsi on towards Fish Gut Salad there in the end. Replay and Aimlessness now sitting inside the compound now. Gonna see what they can do. The grenade goes out towards them. Pepsi gets a lot of nade damage his way. And it looks like Wanted just going to pull this one back a little bit as Replay gets the knock on towards Hunter. And now Pepsi needs to see what he can do here. Replay doing some good work here for his team. Asset dies to the blue zone in the background. As we stick with this fight now, it looks like it's going to go for the revive. What does Charbel opt to do here? He needs to play this one intelligently as Mystics at the top there gets ready. But Replay on towards Charbel. And Weak and Noob guys are holding on strong.
I mean, there's so much happening everywhere. We're just getting knocks left, right, and center. I mean, 11 teams alive, 32, or let's say 31 players. And I mean, I know I said earlier that Miramar has a lot of cover and terrain, but I mean, not necessarily this zone. You know, you see so many people dying. And I mean, Saifu, he got knocks onto 2 of the Trigger Esport members, but where is he going to go now? There's Blue Zone on his back. He just needs to commit and get as many kills as possible. Because if Trigger Esports play this correctly, I don't see Saifu living off of this one.
No, I don't see Saifu living off of this one. If they play it correctly. Nazgul still alive. Despoticus going to be bleeding out there, but Beast from Tunisia does spot on Nazgul. The shots get rained out though towards him. The grenade's going to go out, and this is going to be good. It's going to be a good grenade from Beast of Tunisia. Will at least claim one person, but Saifu's coming into play here, and Blitz gets eliminated there from Saifu. And it just leaves Ganado and Nazgul left alive here as now they continue.
They just completely forgot about Saifu. To be honest, like he was shooting them in the back, got 2 knocks, and they just left him to run into the blue in the open. Grouped up with Beast from Tunisia. I have to say, great cover there from Beast from Tunisia, putting up the pressure, taking the tension off of Saifu, and somehow Saifu managed to correct us both by staying alive.
Yeah. As now Pepsi makes his way in, but I think Replay is ready for this one unless Pepsi dies to the blue zone. But it looks like Replay is definitely ready for this one. He spots him now. The shots get rained out towards him, but Pepsi says no. But I think that's now circumvented that one, and Pepsi will die to the blue zone.
At least he dealt some damage.
Yes.
He got some more stats onto his name for the Dwyer. And I mean, that's better than dying in the blue for nothing.
True. Gets the knock. Damages some armor later on. That might become a factor for weekend noob guys. You never know. Got Tunisian Titans here with the old boys. Just busy feeling each other out here. Not much happening at the moment. I'm just trying to see if there's any sort of other plays happening. Any teams closer. Just the Tunisian Titans and the old boys quite close to each other. Hot Diggity just on the side here. But what a nade coming out there from Vuzi as he gets a knocker towards another nade going to be deployed, but that's going to be a... Oh, that's actually perfect. Oh, just bounced inside. Really unfortunate there. Which helped him.
Soda playing such a good flank here. He just needs to not pull out the grenade. Oh, Soda just running with the grenade in his hands at the worst possible time.
Just frag left alive here against 2 members of Old Boys. As Vuzi and Hot Diggity finish out the remaining members of Tunisian Titans, and now they got to make sure that they spot out where frag is going. As Vuzi does spot him out, the flashbang goes out. Triggers are eliminated out in the background in 10th position, and Old Boys coming through here as Soda gets knocked, and Hot Diggity will finish out Tunisian Titans out in 9th position, and that'll pick up the 3 kills there for the Old Boys.
Now Wang, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're the ones that eliminated Vuzi, and while this fight, no, sorry, Vuzi is still alive.
Yes,
I mean, while this fight was going on, and Vuzi actually, just doesn't manage to get the knock onto Replay, spots out aimlessness. Wang had this opportunity to strike,
and Vendetta goes down by
from Hype. Well played there from Hype. As Replay actually gets a knock onto Vuzi now, leaving this in a 2v2 scenario. Luckily for Old Boys, they are kind of still grouped together, so if they can take out Replay, they might still be able to get the revives up.
Hot Diggity.
Solo in another nade.
No, that's gonna kill him. And Replay eliminates Soda there in the end, because I don't think that Hot Diggity can do much from this perspective as this blue zone, as he now creeps around, but aimlessness spots out Hot Diggity, and now he does spot out Replay, and he gets the knock on towards Replay and the flash on towards Replay, and he's gonna get the revive on towards Soda, and there's still 32 seconds left on that one. Aimlessness just gonna have to look out for the rest of Old Boys, but he's also got outnumbered, or not anymore. He doesn't have outnumbered.
Seems like Ripper and Milky are going for the crash onto Smurfs. They got the knock, they know they're in there, they know they're level. And Milky gets Ingon and Vampire, both of them. I mean, not just did they free up some space for themselves in the zone, but they got 2 more points. Actually 3 if you count the placement point that they got there as well. As aimlessness actually gets taken out by Karam Tori. I mean, Old Boys, they got the revives up. Where do you go from here?
Old Boys are going to have to try and fight their way through disqualified here. And if Kamatori know of where the Old Boys is, don't think he's watching this. Don't think he's aware that they're there. He's now taking shots over towards... Oh, but both well with the N24. and will take out Kamatori there, and Kamatori will fall to Apricot's scroll, and Hype have put themselves in such a great position to win this matchup.
Please have a look at Janeman. Like, this is like pro strats coming out here.
Oh wow, this is good. I like this. In the back seat
With the black helmet, you know, the gold mask blending in with the car. Like,
Nice.
sorry, I just had to show that because I definitely think that's a smart play coming out from him, and I don't think many people will really spot him. Oh,
Yeah.
I praise him now. Now he's gonna die though. So.
This is true. Bruzy trying to make his way across there. Ripper has spotted him out. It's just Milky and Ripper left for outnumbered. Still 4 members for Hype here. Hype can win this out. K9 for Khati. And the grenades come flying there. It looks like the old boys are going to take on the fight towards the outnumbered crew.
I mean, this is a perfect location for the old boys to fight because Hype does not have any sights on this. I mean, it's a 3v2. They just need to push together. They get the knock onto one. And Milky actually gets the knock onto 2 of them, leaving a 1v1. But Woozy comes out to trade.
And I think
Old
that's
boys,
it
they're
for
just going
Soda,
through.
though. Can he make it in time? No, he can't. He can't make
No,
it in
he
time.
can't. But I mean,
But-
old boys have been through so many battles this game.
So much battles. I mean, they got 6 kills for their troubles here, but they've been through so much. Okay, so we got Hype with 4 members and a very good chance of winning out this game. And we said that, you know, Hype impressed us in the intense battle royale or the
And the scrum.
and the scrims as well. But especially like we saw them more in, obviously we saw what they could do in that intense battle royale in the last couple zones, and they're showing here again that they can definitely do some damage. 3 kills to the name. It's not all flashy, but they got themselves in a good way. They managed to take out Vendetta. They got a couple good kills. They got a nice long range kill onto Kamatori from disqualified. As the shots get rained up from Beat. And now old boys are 2-man up.
Now, where did they go from here? I mean, they still have a vehicle, but I mean, just getting in the vehicle at this stage of the game,
But no one's watching.
just like
this.
asking to die. Is no one from Hype watching this way?
Yes, they are.
I mean,
now.
Boswell is, but he just missed it.
Yeah, they've just missed this whole thing now. Oh,
Oh,
you must see them now.
Boswell just
100%
spotted
he's
them now.
seen them now.
Okay. So the whole Hype team needs to group up now.
They
Hort
need to
and
take this fight.
Fuji-
They need to take this fight now. And it looks like Hakim is getting ready for this. The grenades get flown over. Does do some good damage onto Hot Diggity. Vuzi's head gets knocked off there. The Hot Diggity gets put down and Boswell puts him down in the end. But Boswell gets taken up by Beat there during that exchange. And old boys go out in 3rd position. Hype. Get the grenade, the smoke grenades out and ready for this one. And Yanaman still just waiting this one out.
And Herke actually doing a really good job there. Usually you'd see teams like sticking the razors, both of them. But I mean, Gerke, while Apricot Scroll was going for the revives, Gerke actually held, made sure that no one is near, saw that Beat was pushing, and now he's given his team the information.
Yanaman was spotted out there inside the vehicle.
No comment.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything. The grenade goes out, doesn't connect onto any. Still got 1 frag grenade and a Molotov left to play with here. Does a Beat and is now disqualified. Can they win a second game? No one has won 2 chicken dinners in a row at the moment. And who has voted for Hype? That's the question. Boswell almost getting taken down there. And Hype need to make this work now. They need to try and make the map as small as possible.
Oh, and that grenade just bounces off
it
the
does
side of
indeed.
the rock.
The grenade. Is he burning? He's not burning, and it gets down to 12 HP. Khati needs to finish this one out. He does indeed, and Hype win out the chicken dinner.
What a shot from Gerke. I mean, that was probably like 150 meters. Hitting him just before he gets into cover. Great job there from Hype. I mean, clutching it out, getting some kills, getting the chicken dinner. I mean, they're going to be stoked after that one.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Congratulations to Hype winning that one out with 6 kills in total. decent chickens. That's 16 points to their name, and that pushes them up that leaderboard as well. Really, really happy for them. Disqualified coming in fourth, and picking up, keeping that points flow continuing throughout this whole evening. They've definitely, I think they're averaging like 10 points a game easily. Brazil on screen coming up with a 1 kill with Yanaman with that sneaky car play there. Old boys fighting their way up to 4th position there. What a tough fight coming out from them with 6 kills and rounding up our top 5, outnumbered with 4 kills as well. One more Miramar match to go, ladies and gentlemen. We're done with the Group B versus C, but we'll see you guys very shortly. Match number 6 out of 6 for this evening. That is 12 matches after this that we've played. 2 group days done and dusted, 1 to go. And it'll be A versus C on a Sunday evening. This is the last chance for any of the Group B members to make their stance, make their call, get their points in, and see what they can do. Remember also that you can also win 500 G coin. I keep on saying rand. 500 G coin for predicting the correct winner of this match. Only one person can win per match. The voting starts at phase 1, ends as phase 5 pops. Get your votes in. Your first message will be taken as your vote. If you send any more afterwards, it will not be taken. Also, it does not carry over. Well done to Hype in the previous game.
I've had a quick look now at the overall leaderboard, and like some of the teams that are that should be worried, that are like, I'm gonna mention the for bottom 4 teams that have played basically that this is their last game. So we've got the Rizzlers currently in 15th, but I mean at the bottom of the amount of teams that have played their full matches. Bandia, Tunisian Titans, and Brothers in Arms. I'm not sure which one, since there's 2. But I mean, all 4 of those teams sitting quite close to one another within the 30-point margins, and this is their last game. So they need to give it everything they've got this game, because they won't have another opportunity on Sunday.
Yeah, 100%. Let's have a look. Edge Vendetta coming up on the points though, could easily get to the no tag standards as well. Born to Lead though have kind of like lost a little bit of their charm this evening, even though they were close to winning a chicken dinner there. Practice, I think, have made enough to get themselves into the top 16 as well. Old Boys, 53 points. Do you think that's enough?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to leave that up to the viewers. So obviously you guys need to, it's not only that we're giving prizes out or giveaways here on stream, we're also doing some giveaways over on our social platforms. So have a look later this week. Before Sunday, we'll probably have another giveaway for you guys, where you guys need to let us know what you think the cutoff points for making the finals will be. So I'm going to leave that one up to the viewers to tell us what they think about that one.
Yeah, we'll post that up, and then you guys can comment on that to see what do you think the cutoff points will be. A lot of still 3. I mean, Born to Lead is the leading group out of the B group, right? At 77 points at this moment. They need to get a little bit, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Whoa.
What just happened? What did we miss? I don't even know where that happened. Hello?
That was Triggers being eliminating disqualified. At church.
No, it was Triggers that actually, yeah, sorry, yeah, as you said, they eliminated disqualified at church, which means, I mean, I see some fat pans flying around here, some pistols. Like, this
completely
was
missed that one as we. Yeah,
this was a big hot drop.
Yeah, this is a hot drop of note. You can see the pan there as well. Oh, we missed that one. But yeah, okay. So disqualifiers will end their night with their lowest score on the round, at least. So that's really unfortunate for them. 15 teams.
I think still they've averaged more points than most of the other teams.
I mean,
so they'll be happy.
Yeah, 5th with 71 points with and they still got 6 matches to go. And then we got Born to Lead with 77 points, and this is their last match. So I think disqualified are pretty happy with the way they played.
No, I mean, maybe they just wanted to get into bed early, you know?
Maybe.
I wouldn't have mind if I knew I had like so many points secured at this time, and I still have 6 more games to go on another day, you know? Take the hot drop. If it's a W or a L, you know, either way, just send it, have some fun in the last game, and if it turns out bad, you know, not too bad. You can get into bed earlier, get up fresh tomorrow, and you know, I wouldn't be too hard on myself for that one.
No, 100%. Okay, looking around the map, not much else is happening around the map as we've been looking at leaderboards and seeing what's all happening, having our own little conversation here about leaderboards, but we'll focus up on the game here. And it's pretty, I mean, you can see Seifu rotating here. It could be that he spots out weakened noob guys here. Does see replays just on in the defilade on the opposite side there, so it's all going to be fine for him. So I must say, Seifu's been pretty impressive this evening.
I think the whole Vendetta squad have been impressive. I mean, I think if I had to compare them, I don't even feel like I could compare them to any of our like teams that, or like tougher teams that played on Sunday. It's kind of like they're a mix between No Tag and Edge. They like to take their fights, but they're doing it in a more methodical method than what Edge did. Edge just didn't give like crap, and they just pulled up and fought. And I mean, basically, kind of what's happening here. But they definitely sent it much harder than what Vendetta is. Vendetta is still trying to cover, still playing the zones, but definitely, yeah, I would say playing it's like a mix between No Tag and Edge.
No, I agree with you there.
Definitely playing very well between the four of them.
No, 100%. They got that tactical movement, which No Tag did very, very well with. And then Edge, just the brutality and the aggression that they showed as well. But that, like, Vendetta also know when to pull themselves back as well. You can see now they're not just rushing in. They're not just, you know, trying to push their way through. They just like literally trying to do made a mistake now. And our replay has punished that mistake quite a bit.
Now, that was a good repositioning that came out there from replay. And he got pushed, he fell off, he got into a position where he could just lay low. And I mean, just striked, and even getting back to the team right now.
Yeah, just getting back as Seifu just spots him getting back. And then this fight is kind of with Abdu getting knocked there. Wan has held this one quite nicely, but Tunisian Titans is spotted out Fishcat Salad, and they've just kind of pushed that, almost getting the knock on towards Fishcat Salad, but aimlessness helping him out there quite nicely as well.
I mean, Wang, they need all the points they can get, you know. They haven't had the best of nights. They've had some good showings every now and then where they have like a good team fight. But then after that, they just struggle to just like keep that momentum going. They're sitting in the like quite center position. Sometimes the zone does end up in this location, so they shouldn't be taking unnecessary fights right now. Just like hanging on, waiting for the zone, seeing if it's actually worth it to aggress or not.
Well, Patrick is just trying to secure a point out of this one, but he's not able to, as the Triggers Esports eliminate Bandina out of this lobby in 15th position. And Triggers will pick up themselves another few kills here. 6 kills, as they also eliminated disqualifiers earlier.
I mean, like, I don't even think Trigger Esports had more than 10 points after Sunday. And I mean,
done so well today.
Like tonight, they're almost like averaging more than 10 points per game. So, like, out of all the teams, like, I think Triggers have made the biggest comeback, like comparing them the way they're playing now to their games on Sunday.
Oh, Skinny Smalls can spot the legs of the Vendetta team here as it goes on to it. Skinny Smalls takes down Seifu as well. Beast for Tunisia's last member surviving, but Fishcat Sailor makes quick work of that one. And Vendetta out in 14th position, but I don't think they're going to be too upset with that one either.
Yeah, what a great flank coming out there from Fishcat Salad. Like, he was all the way in the shacks.
13th, jeez.
I mean, we can't even keep track. This is like a scrim level 6 game, I want to say. Like, everyone's just like over it, you know, done for the night, wanting to get to bed, so they're just fighting wherever possible, it seems.
Yeah, outnumbered get eliminated. Yeah, Tunisian Titans now trying to get the full team up and arrays as Blist is now... Oh, does spot out Tiki there. Does Tiki spot him out though? Oh, he might have been spotted though. No, doesn't look like it. Is Zacklinator now going to make his way with the truck down the way. No, they definitely
Look
have
at the
spotted each
split
other.
the ninjas and bikinis are having.
Oh, what a shot with the Dragunov. Headshot and Tiki goes down.
I don't see Tiki getting revived very easily. I mean, there's no smokes even coming out for this, but I mean, it doesn't seem like Zero and Resnad really like wanting to come and assist this fight. I mean, it seems like Tiki is just gonna get revived while Yaga and Zaglinator just holding it off. Yes,
Yeah.
Bliss has the Dragunov, but to the distance that Zaglinator is fighting them. I don't think the Dragunov has that one-shot potential anymore.
No, no.
So this, I mean, this is kind of just a stalemate. They need Resnat and Zero to come and assist them, even maybe just from the other side.
Zone shifts over towards San Martin. Rizla's still in this one. They need to make some points, as you said as well. But it looks like now the ninjas and bikinis are going to pull back from this one. Montenuvo got hyped just above them. They got Brothers in Arms green. I have not seen. Oh, there's Brothers in Arms is on the top right of our screens, and we've got Smurfs just below, just looking over towards Fractus. Got a 2-2 split between those two compounds, and they're very well done to the weakened noob guys for holding off that pressure in the early game there from Vendetta. And they picked themselves up some 4 kills there as well. Replay taking some shots into a random direction. And looks like Triggers is now headed in towards Power Grid. Ooh, here come Buzz and Arms against Snakes.
It seems like Brothers in Arms are actually taking this fight after they flipped another one of their vehicles. I mean, Hawk is actually up top here. He's having a flanking position. He's going to see if he can get a knock from up here. I mean, if the Smurfs don't spot this one out, Hawk might just be able to do some damage. As Acid actually gets a brilliant nade there onto Breaker.
Slayer now needs to see what he can do. Another grenade comes out, and Breaker almost basically being flushed out by the grenades. Another grenade, 41 damage. Acid with the grenade bombardment.
And Maverick actually taking out Practice on top.
And the vehicle blows up as Slayer just touches the vehicle, and Hawk is now coming in with the assist as well. I Am Veggies takes out Maverick.
Vampire has pushed close. Smurfs want to close this one out before he gets the revive, and Vampire actually gets kill onto Hawk as Kingon gets a kill onto Slayer, which he got by exploding the vehicle.
But now Practice is just above this of Smurfs. Now the shots are going to go rain out. Acid gets tagged up, but Rusty takes out Duncan's head as Blitz and Yaga get into a bit of spot to bother there as Blitz blows up the vehicle on towards Yaga as now Acid makes his movement a little bit over. And it was unfortunate for Brothers in Arms there, that vehicle blowing up. But also it seems like they very quick to try and get the revive as quickly as possible, which may not always be the best bet. I know he was quite, but maybe sometimes going for the revive is not the way.
No, I think definitely. I think what tempted them in going for that revive was the fact that Hawk did get the refrag onto one of the Smurf members, so they thought, okay, we have a gap now. And I think everything would have worked out fine if it wasn't for that vehicle that exploded. I think just between all the chaos and the grenades and stuff exploding, you just don't always hear the sound cue that the vehicle gives to say, listen here, I'm going to explode in 5 seconds.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you want to try and keep as many teammates as possible. It's hard. It's in those moments it's difficult, and the barrage of grenades that were coming their way. I mean, it was pretty intense. Practice retreat.
As we actually have Brothers in Arms and Born to Lead here on the southern side. Dr. One is sitting here on the flanking position. Will he be able to make this work? I mean, if he peeks now, he has vision on to 2 players. I mean, Hunter just almost got knocked by Trigger Esports.
Let's try trying to, but Triggers is now foiling Dr. One's plan here. Macilius gets put down as Charbel gets put down as well. Pepsi will close out and flush Macilius. Bees and Strider to you. It's the last on this side, and Dr. One on the opposite side. They're trying to fend off some of the members of Trigger Esports who've responded out here. But Strider for you gets Hunter. Need to try and flush this one out. Indeed they do. They'll secure another point, or secure a point now. Now it's just Reds.
And this is one of the teams that I mentioned. They need all the points they can get this game. You know, get all the flushes. You know, if you get the knock, get the flush. Because at the end of the day, every point is going to matter. And this is your last game. It's up to Dr. One and Strider to you to try and finish off the last remaining members of Born to Lead. As Rez actually takes out Strider, this leaves Dr. One position of 3v1. I mean, Dr. One is going to make a run for it, but he's running into the vision of Trigger Esports.
Yeah, he needs to be careful of Trigger Esports here. I think they would have spotted him running. They would definitely spotted him, but looks like Charbel spotted him first. And Brothers in Arms Green go out in 11th position inside this match. And Trigger Esports still holding Power Grid and can kind of gatekeep Brothers in Arms coming into this one. As we head into phase 4 very shortly. Hype making the rotation towards the north here. Translucent still having a bit of looks here, but look at the split from Fractus here.
I mean, Practice, they've been playing well the last few days, but I definitely think Diggs has always been that player for Practice that he kind of like anchors and plays his own game while giving the team a lot of information. You know, sometimes as we've seen in that Tago game, it kind of hurts them because he gets knocked and then like the team tries to commit to revive him and then like it just goes worse from there. But I mean, if he doesn't go down there, all the information that he gives to that team, like, just helps them so much.
We can noob guys and their mortars. I must say, they are consistent. I must say, they are consistent with their mortars every single time. Not able to
and
catch.
the zone moves to San Martin.
Ooh, city ending. Let's go. All right, so smokes are coming up from Ninjas and Bikinis have slowly been feeding their way into the in towards this one. Skinny Smalls has been eliminated there for weak and noob guys, as now they start to progress in towards this one. Diggs retracting back towards his teammates, as we see the old boys now do spot out Tunisian Titans. Zach Lanator, I think the last member standing there for Tunisian Titans. Tunisian Titans have been a lot better, a bit more aggressive, but Porky Owned You will pick up Zach Lanator in 10th position. They'll bow out of this match as the Rizzlers now pick up their first kill of this match. And Weekend Noob guys now make their movement in towards San Martin, and with Diggs just above them.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Fish Got Salad like tempted to take that fight onto Ninjas and Bikinis on that mountain above the warehouse where they were situated, but I think, you know, I think they can be happy that they didn't initiate that fight or nothing happened, because they would have probably been fighting into the blue until now. Whereas that fight didn't break out. They got in their vehicles and now they're sitting in the most central position in a city ending. You know, sitting ending is always difficult because getting that hard cover makes such a big difference.
And this is what the Rizzlers need to try and do now. They have to try and play their way through the members of, as now we see Ninjas and Bikinis eliminate Hype in a drive-by scenario. Trying to get out of that. I don't know why my keyboard's not working, but anyway. Resnan now gets knocked there by Raids, which is from Born to Lead from a different angle just above. It looks like Ninja Bikini inside this gauntlet trap pretty much. And everyone's just focusing on them and not focusing on each other on each side of the map. And Teen now needs to try and find his way. As you can see the trace fires going all around here.
Are they going for the revive?
But it looks like they might be going for the revive. Not the best. Let's be so careful.
Well, it's quite a strange one for me because I mean, it's not like they're going to be able to get away from there now. I'm pretty sure
No.
Born to Lead are going to take out the tires of all the vehicles around them. So they're just going to be having to run up, and with the vehicle exploding even now, Reza needs to get away from there. Okay, luckily the vehicle explosion does not take out Reza, but I mean, where do you go from here? You've come to revive your teammate now, and I mean, there's nowhere for you to go.
This is going to be a tough one for Ninjas and Bikinis to get out of, that's for sure.
I mean, I stand corrected. For some reason, Born to Lead never took out the. Great
tire.
play coming out from. No, there's no tires taken out.
No, there's no tires, and Born to Lead are eliminated on top of this hill.
So,
As
I mean,
Bliss
at the end
is
of the
now
day,
picked
great
up-
work.
Yeah, Bliss takes a couple of members out here. Diggs now goes and hunts down towards the Smurfs now, but Fractus need to be careful here because they're all focusing on the Smurfs while Ninjas and Bikinis are now making their movement up towards them. Duncan needs to know that this is happening, and he does spot out Ninjas and Bikinis making this movement, but still two members of Fractus trying to sort out the last remaining members of Smurfs, and they need to do this quickly, and indeed they do. Smurfs go out in 7th position, and now they need to quickly turn around and get back towards their teammates, as now Ninjas and Bikinis start to get themselves in towards this compound.
I mean, we've seen this happening before on Rondo, where practice they're splitting their attention so wide between teams. I mean, luckily for them, they've already eliminated one team, but now Translucent and Diggs need to make their way to the rest of the group so that they can take Ninjas and Bikinis head on without any interruption.
Yeah, now Diggs is making this flank position here, which I don't think Resnad's going to suspect at all. Blist is alive there with Resnad, just the last two remaining members of NIB, as Chiggers is still making their way in here, but Chiggers are setting themselves up for a really good matchup here, but Old Boys and Weekend Noob guys are having a fight here as the shot gets raided from replay, and Soda gets eliminated out in 6th position.
And we're left with 5 teams with mostly healthy squads. I'm saying mostly because obviously we have Weekend Noob guys as the 3-man, and we've got Ninjas and Bikinis as the 2-man, but mostly like. And somehow the Rizzlers all the way on foot from Minas. I mean, I was watching them. I think they took the zip line, and then I mean they've just been running on foot, like we said before. They didn't really like use the vehicles just yet, but they're 4-man strong.
Yeah, they did use the vehicles getting in though, I think. They found something. Very beat up vehicles.
Yeah, so they found the stranded vehicles
Yeah.
that the other teams left.
Triggers Esports now trying to make their way into this little cove here just to get some protection. Bliss still trying to make his way up, but he's inside the zone. Razor from a very far away back now takes out Bliss, and that will be him out in that one. And Razor will pick up a kill there for his team. Aimlessness will take out Duncan as the rest of Fractus make their movement in a different direction, and Duncan will be eliminated out of this matchup and leaves now Resnad as a solo with Triggers Esports with 4-man, 3-man for Fractus, and that was an unfortunate one there for Fractus.
Yeah, losing one man. I think Duncan tried to stay behind to make sure that Bliss doesn't shoot them in the back. But then Razor taking out Bliss from so far ahead, the problem was Duncan was already left by his team. There was no way for him to join back up. So I mean, smart play from them, leaving the one behind to make sure that they don't get backstabbed later on in the game. Just unfortunate because they would have loved to have that extra manpower now in the coming fight.
I like the way the Rizzlers are doing this. They definitely got some... Oh, that ridgeline just for aimlessness, the first shot. And you might have done it as Resna gets spotted out there from Nazgul, and that'll be Ninjas Bikinis out in 5th position. Some good points though. Nonetheless, they had some good decent kills out of that matchup as well. So Ninjas Bikinis can come back on Sunday, and let's see what they can do if they can make their way in to the next round. The final 16 need to be in the top 16 to make into the finals. The points will get reset, and we'll do 12 games of the finals, one on Wednesday and another day on Sunday.
Oh, what a shot. Nazgul with the onto you Bert there. I mean, nothing's gonna happen from that.
No.
But I mean, if there's no extra helmets there,
Look at this blue zone grenade.
Okay, there's some level 1 helmets lying around there, but definitely like ticking off some meds and armor pieces from the Rizzlers over there.
I like where Triggers is set up here because I think everyone's going to have to come to the 2 triggers. I think this
I don't
is.
know. It all depends, does it?
I think it's going to pull away. I think Triggers have
Who
got
gets
this
a
one.
knock on the same player on the same position? Imagine that. Oh, your Barrett must be kicking himself right now.
You can just hear that arm going off. He's got 3 bullets left in that.
Oh, but when he's shooting,
Oh,
he doesn't
just
see me.
missed Wicked Lime there with his arm shot. He's going to take another shot and misses that shot as well as he got aim punch there. 4 kills here for Nazgul is leading the kill meters at the moment as Razor gets knocked there by Blitz. Aimlessness gets taken out by Diggs. Also, Diggs has got an arm as well. 2 arms.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I think Nazgul's ammo is. Oh, he's got 1 bullet
He's
left.
got 1 bullet left. That's all.
Maybe he leaves that bullet until like he can fight Diggs by himself. But it seems like he's gonna go for the loot on Resnet to see if he can pick himself up a different sniper or DMR to shoot with. Since having only 1 bullet left isn't gonna be the greatest for the late game.
No, 100%. Is he going to swap out his gun? Indeed he does. He picks up MK12 and his Day is finished his replay, gets a knock on towards I Am Veggies. And then Diggs is now playing a very aggressive spot here. Now gets into the building of Weekend Noob guys. Oh, but
He should wait for his teammates to group up with him.
yeah.
Like going in solo, I mean, you can be like however confident, but there's just so many angles to clear going up those staircases.
I mean, look at the angle that Fishcat's got on Diggs here. Diggs is not going to know this. He's going to see him run past as well. What's happening with Trigger Esports? Circle is leaning towards them. I think the Rizzers will be breathing a sigh of relief that it came down towards them as well. Because I think that...
Yeah, at the end of the day, I think the Riddlers are basically just waiting it out.
they have to.
Like, just let this team fight in the apps, because as long as those apartments are in the zone, there's nowhere for the Riddlers to go. I think once like the teams are getting pushed out of the apartments and everyone gets to play on the like bottom floor, I think that will open up many more opportunities for Fishcats to be an equal ground.
Yeah, no, true. The Fishka started with a knockout towards Translucent. Now will throw out a smoke. Will now get on the opposite side here, but gets taken straight away. Nazgul finds him out here. The grenade goes out. Diggs now trying to see if he can try and do
Nazgul
something.
sees Fishcat sellers, but then he takes out him by himself as well.
That was a misplay coming out there from replay. Takes each other out pretty much. I Am Veggies just is bleeding out. Translucent bleeding out. Diggs trying to see what he can salvage from this. Aimlessness is still up on the opposite side, but Triggers meanwhile are moving their way up into this building, and Aimlessness can probably hear. He's trying to see if he can get across and see if he can spot anyone below him. But this is now...
I don't think Diggs knew that Aimlessness was in the opposite building. He was searching for Aimlessness, knowing it's a 1v1. But unfortunately, he left Veggies to die out as he was searching for the last remaining player of Wayne.
Gets the pickup on towards Translucent. But meanwhile, while this has all happened, look at what Triggers has done. Triggers is kind of like boxed in both these teams here. And
I mean, they're sitting on 12 kills already. What happened?
Triggers has just come alive tonight, it must be said. They've done such a great job. Couple games may have faltered, but no, he throws the Molotov on towards him. He goes and burns out, but Weekend Noob guys get burnt as well. And Trigger Esports eliminates Weekend Noob guys out in 4th position. Rizzlers will go on to another day, but The revive will come out from Jalid. And Fractus live with 2 members still yet on this one. Oh, the shot just misses for Diggs on the head. Oh, but does get that on towards Razor.
How many times have the reserves just been knocked by the AWMs this game?
Fourth time now. Wicked line.
Oh, they must be hating that right now.
They must be hating this gun right now. It digs with the orb. He's still got some bullets left, and it's now the Fractus push on towards to see what they can do here. Triggers though, still giving this line. Blitz has still got this, so they can spot out Fractus making the movement across the road here. Diggs gets knocked out by Granado. Residents need to do something about this one as well. They need to try and get the bodies forward as Translucent makes the movement forward. 54 HP does take on Razor. And it's all coming good for the Triggers, I would say, as Rizzlers lose a member. Translucent making it life very difficult for the Rizzlers.
Oh man, that grenade almost takes out Wicked Lime. And I mean, I kind of agree with what Factors is doing here. You know, they knew there was nothing they could do to take out Trigger Esports. So rather push towards the team that you know you've knocked a few times. And just see if you can get an extra few points.
Can Translucent pull this off though? We've seen it happen tonight. Or are we going to see our first chicken dinner repeat of this evening?
Oh!
Wicked Line gets put down. Translucent steals the kill. Rizzlers get locked out in third. And then Triggers wins out the chicken by eliminating Translucent there in the end. And our first chicken dinner repeater is right now in the last game. They won the first game, they won the last game.
I mean, what a way to start your evening and then to end it off with a chicken dinner as well. I mean, and especially after having so little points after Sunday, like, they must be so cheerful right now.
Yeah, I think Triggers Esports with those 2 chicken dinner wins will definitely maybe secure themselves in the top 16. They got no more games, so this is it. Now it's up to the PUBG gods if their fate is being handled there. Trigger Esports with 15 kills. What a great game. Fractus with 12 kills. Again, like I said, Fractus came up like the first 2 games. Not really much from them. They started to show more and more potential as the night went on. The Rizzlers, I must say, really good game from them. Not sure if they've made enough points, but they've shown a definite improvement. That is for sure. Weekend noob guys. 8 kills, they needed this game.
Yeah, they definitely did. I mean, yes, they still have a few games left. They'll still be playing 6 games on Sunday. But I mean, they started off so poorly, the same as Ninjas and Bikinis. The only difference is, I think where Ninjas and Bikinis only managed to get a few points. Oh, no, actually,
7 kills.
They're quite in similar positions. So Ninjas and Bikinis also getting like just something at the end to, I always want to say, getting the minimum amount of points, you know, like at least they're not dead last sitting with 10 points coming Sunday. I mean, Triggers has shown that, listen here, after you had a day where you only got 10 points, you can still come back, win 2 chicken dinners and get like 60 points in one day. But I mean, there's definitely a few teams that needed to show up this last game, and that included Weekend Noob Guys and Ninjas Bikinis, and both of them stepped up, did their part, and yes, they might not be completely happy with where they ended tonight, but at least they've got a first foot in coming Sunday.
No, 100%. Yeah, Ninja Bikini's running up our top 5 with 7 points there. As we said, some good points coming out for them. That is it, ladies and gents, for this evening. That is everybody done for this evening. Triggers Esports winning out the first and the last game. Well done to them. We will see you guys on Sunday. But until then, stay safe. We'll check you guys then.